Manitoba Credit Union at one of our 11 branches throughout Manitoba.
This summer, Boston Pizza has introduced new Meteor, full of the bone ribs, baked in one of 6 tasty rib sauces, like Jack Daniel's Barbecue, honey garlic, and our new Pizza Q. So come on down to your local Boston Pizza. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring every ribneck you know, because these damn there ribs are goody. Boston Pizza, if you ain't ribbing, you ain't living. Woo-wee!
When you finally decide on the perfect paint color, the last thing you want is someone inexperienced painting in your house. Trust the experts. Trust Cachet Painting. For over 28 years, they've perfected their craft right here in Winnipeg. No job is too small or big. Interior or exterior. Primers, sealers, and finishes. Even stucco coating and painting. Cachet Painting excels at it all. Call 204-297-9000 now. Cachet Painting, a sign of superior quality.
In the competitive world of aluminum fishing boats, the bar has been raised again. Introducing the new aluminum Kingfisher Revolution with exclusive pre-flex hull technology that delivers super strong construction, increased performance, and load handling without extra weight. It's the perfect combination for the weekend angler or fishing fanatic. Discover these revolutionary boats at kingfisherboats.com or give Girton Equipment a call at 1-800-619-0614. Kingfisher, fish the good times.
Now back to the pregame show on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca. Here's Paul Edmonds.
Before the anthem, let's have a look at the morning line here on the Winnipeg Insurance pregame show right at the ballpark as the Goldeyes prepare for Game 2 of this 4-game series with the Gary SouthShore RailCats looking to bounce back after losing 11-6 last night in a game that got away from them late in the 5th inning. In the 8th inning. It was a 5-run 8th for Gary, and the Goldeyes just had no answer for that. It was sloppy all night. We'll see if it's better here this afternoon. Morning Line brought to you by Assiniboia Downs for exciting horse racing, gaming, and dining. Do the Downs, free admission, free parking every day. Go to asdowns.com for more information. Well, yesterday, Gary beat Winnipeg 11-6. Fargo pulled another full game ahead of the Goldeyes in the standings in the north with a 8-2 victory over Sioux City. Wichita shut out Amarillo 7-0. St. Paul got by Kansas City 6-5. Sioux Falls beat Lincoln 11-5. So everybody but Winnipeg in the north did win last night. Laredo beat Newark 11-2. And Grand Prairie an easy time with El Paso at 11-3. Here today, Sioux City at Fargo already underway at 1:05. Also at 1:05, Lincoln at Sioux Falls. At 1:05, Kansas City at St. Paul. 1:30, Gary and Winnipeg here. 3:16, Amarillo at Wichita. Grand Prairie at El Paso tonight at 7:05, 7:30, Newark at Laredo. Fargo leads the North by 4 games on Winnipeg, by 4.5 here on the St. Paul Saints. And the Goldeyes are 24-22. The Saints are 24-23. Fargo at 29-19, 10 games above 500, playing over 600 baseball. In the Central, Wichita leads Gary by 1.5 games. And in the South, Amarillo leads Grand Prairie by 1.5 games. So your division leaders are Fargo by 4 on Winnipeg, Wichita by 1.5 on Gary, and in the South, Amarillo by 1.5 on Grand Prairie. Gary holds the wild card by 3.5 on Winnipeg. That'll do it for our Winnipeg Insurance pregame show right at the ballpark. When we come back, starting lineups, first pitch, Goldeyes RailCats up next from downtown Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
In business, every day is an opportunity to ask, where do you go from here? You didn't succeed by doing only one thing well. At MNP, we look at the entire business picture so you can get the most from every aspect of your operation. Strategies to optimize performance while mitigating risk, reducing costs, and streamlining process will help ensure your business is always operating at its full potential. MNP, wherever business takes you. Learn more at mnp.ca.
I'm Larry McIntosh. Did you know that Peak of the Market vegetables are grown in Manitoba? Well, they are. 100% Manitoba grown with no exceptions. Peak of the Market's Manitoba family farms are all located within 100 miles of Winnipeg. Peak of the Market, always local and proud of it.
Very best from Manitoba, it's Peak of the Market.
If I
I said to you, you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Well, not if you got the body work done at Morey Auto Body, because beautiful body work is what they do best. They're not part of some giant chain, so they treat every customer like their only customer, and that means attention to detail like you wouldn't believe. Frame straightening, expert refinishing, even boat repairs, painting, and deckling. Morey Auto Body does it all and does it right. Really right. Right where you'd expect them to be, at 700 Morey. These guys hit it right out of the park.
Hey, it's Ken, and there's a lot of ground to cover out here on the farm. You got to stay connected. I'll tell you what Ken would do. Ken would keep a two-way radio all through the day. Very mobile as the Kenwood two-way radios that'll keep you talking. Tough, long range, long battery life, and even hands-free. Two-way radios from Kenwood. It's what Ken would do, and you should too.
After the sale, it's the service that counts. Prairie Mobile, your Kenwood authorized dealer.
Your fielder's choice for every minute of Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball. TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
That is the lovely Beverly Wynn, who has become a regular and almost the anthem voice of the ballpark over the years here. As we welcome you to Shaw Park in downtown Winnipeg, my name is Paul Edmonds, our producer-operator back at our flagship station, TSN 1290, is Alex Albany. And hi to you folks on the radio network here this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying yourselves in the Gimli, Neepawa, and Swan River areas. Our producer there is Riley Lachuk. Goldeyes will look to get back in the win column. Matt Rush will get the start. We look at the starting lineups, brought to you by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, located at 1425 Ellis. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, live life comfortably. So Matt Rush at 4-3, looking for his fifth win to join Mark Hardy and Justin Garcia as the Goldeyes that have 5 wins. And he'll face a lineup for Gary that looks like this. Adam Klein to lead it off, and he's out in left field. Mike Massaro out in right, and he will bat second. The DH is Christian Guerrero, and he hits third. The catcher, who did not play last night, Craig Maddox, will bat cleanup. Christian Vitters will bat in the 5th spot, and he will be at first. Batting 6th is Brian Kolb. He's at third. Drew Martinez hitting 7th for Greg Taggart. He's out in center field. Batting 8th is Zach Mitchell with 5 RBI in 1 game last night, 12 in 4 games against the Goldeyes this year. He's at short, hitting 8th, and Danny Pulfer rounds out the lineup for the 28-19 Gary SouthShore RailCats. He's at second base, and he'll bat 9th. That lineup again: Klein, Massaro, Guerrero to DH, Maddox, Bitters, Kolb, Martinez, Mitchell, and Pulfer. Glad to have you along tonight, or today, wherever you're tuning in from. Goldeyes are in their dark blue spring training and road tops, white pants here to try to change up their luck a little bit. Gary in the all green tops and bottoms, light green, of course, and then a darker green for the other accentuated color here. As Matt Rush, the right-hander from Schenectady, New York, now living in Winnipeg, will get, I think, 1 or 2 more pitches before the throwdown to second by Jordan Guidas. So the Goldeyes changing it up here today, wearing those dark blue tops and a white pant this afternoon. And here we go with the throwdown, and we're just about ready to go for this matinee for the Goldeyes on what is a very nice day here today. Humid and overcast. We'll give you the conditions as we get rolling along. And here is Adam Klein. And Klein will stand in from the left side to get it started here today. Klein 0 for 4 yesterday, left-handed batter. And the first pitch to him is Rush rocks, kicks, and fires. Is a fastball on the inside edge for a strike, and we're underway at 1:36 this afternoon. 36 minutes after 1 o'clock, and we're underway today. Strike 1 to Adam Klein. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Today's opening pitch brought to you by the Greenwood Inn and Suites. Make the Greenwood Inn and Suites your home base for all your accommodation, dining, and meeting needs in Winnipeg. Call toll-free today or any day, 888-233-6730. 1 ball, 1 strike to Klein. A real good chat with Matt Rush and around the association yesterday. Pitches in there for a strike, 90 on the gun with that fastball, and it's 1-2. You know, he was saying even at 30 years old, you can sort of self-diagnose your issues from start to start. And he was saying he was just trying to do too much. 1-2. Change up, swung on, sent down the right field line. It chalks the line, and it's going to get down into the corner. And Klein will dig for second. He's going to round second, head for third. And here comes the relay. It won't be in time. It's a triple here for Adam Klein. How about that? An 0-2 or a 1-2 pitch, actually. And Klein chalks the line down the right field line.
Right fielder number 3, Mike Massaro.
And that's the first hit for Gary. And Mike Massaro, the batter. And Massaro will step in from the left-hand side as well. Our home plate umpire here today is Sean Hicks. He calls the balls and strikes. Ray Sadler had to go and dig that ball out of the corner there. First pitch is in there for a strike to Massaro, who was 2 for 4 with a double last night. Batting .283. Sean Hicks, our home plate umpire. Mitch Morgan is at first, and John Durant is at third. The 0-1. Just outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So we have the same gentleman we've had for the last 5, now 6 games. And we will again tomorrow night, Tuesday night, to conclude this thing. For the Goldeyes, head out east for 4 with Quebec City, 3 with Trois-Rivières, 3 with Rockland. 1-1 is low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Defensively for the Goldeyes, again with Nick Lyles on the shelf with those back spasms. Rick was saying today on his show that chiropractor was here to kind of adjust some vertebrae, I guess. Get Nick back to the point where he can start healing. 2-1 is outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Jordan Guy to the other half of the battery, catching for his 2nd straight game. Luis Allen, ditto, over at first for his 2nd straight. Amos Ramon is at second. Josh Mazzola at short. And Casey Harther at third base. 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4. And Massaro will draw a walk. And Matt Rush walks his first. And here's Christian Guerrero. And Guerrero will stand in from the right side. Nobody out, runners on the corners. Left to right in the outfield, Mike Coles, Phelan Lantini, Ray Sadler. Christian Guerrero will stand in from the right-hand side. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. Good fastball. So again, Guy to catching. Allen is at first. Ramon is at second. Mazzola at short. Harther at third. Then Coles, Lantini, and Sadler left to right in the outfield for the Goldeyes here today. Guerrero 0 for 4 yesterday with 2 double plays. Goldeyes are playing the middle infield back. The 0-1 is low. 1 ball and 1 strike, which means that they would let Klein score if they could try to have a chance to turn 2. And again, Guerrero 0 for 4 with a walk yesterday. He hit into 2 double plays. 1 ball, 1 strike, and he looks down to get the sign from Bobby Seagal. Third base coach. Throw goes over to first, and diving back in is Massaro. Massaro's 5 for 5 with the base pass. He scrambled back in. Good move by Matt Rush right there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christian Guerrero. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider that Guerrero went chasing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Not a bad crowd here today. I think a lot more people were anticipating a hot day. And Sunday's kind of, because of the temperature, scares some folks off. 1-2. Swung on, chopper out towards short. Mazzola to second for 1. Ramon down to 1 for 2 in time. A run will score. Gary opens up the scoring. Klein will come in from third to do that. But they get Guerrero on a 6-4-3 double play. No RBI. And Guerrero's banged into 3 double plays in the series so far. So 2 away, 1 in, and Craig Maddox the batter. And Maddox will step in from the left side. He did not play yesterday. Greg Taggart, interestingly enough, just plugs his 2 catchers into that cleanup spot. First pitch is in there for a strike. Today it's Craig Maddox hitting .262, 3 homers and 16 driven in. Last night it was Ryan Babineau, a .211 average with a homer and 8 driven in. The 0-1. Fastball wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in Winnipeg, it is overcast and 23 degrees Celsius. That translates to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity, though, 69%. 1-1 is low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the wind is, what they tell us, out of the west at 21. But it's blowing almost from right to left. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Not much of a factor, let's just say that. Right now, the humidity, the thick air would be more of a factor than the wind. Again, we're overcast. 23 or 73. 69% humidity. Wind is out of the west at 21. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout for Matt Rush. Boom. Away with a fastball, and Maddox down on strikes. That first strikeout by Rush, brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro reminds you to be safe around electricity. Folks, 1 strike, and you're out. Gary does, however, open up the scoring. They get a run on a hit and don't leave anybody. They get 1. The Goldeyes are coming to bat when we return on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Got all your bases covered? With Manitoba Blue Cross, you do. They provide peace of mind for you and your family, no matter what the situation. Planning on taking a little family trip? Make sure to get travel coverage from Blue Cross. Looking for more benefits for your employees? Look no further than Blue Cross. They also handle individual life insurance. It's a real triple play.
Contact your insurance broker or visit nb.bluecross.ca.
Manitoba Blue Cross, color of caring.
Right now, you don't care that money problems can happen to anyone. You don't want to hear people telling you they understand what you're going through. You don't want words. You want a way forward, out of your debt, so your creditors stop calling. LC Taylor is your debt rescue, helping you build a plan to climb back onto solid financial ground. You can do it. You just need a helping hand. So take ours. LC Taylor, Trustees in Bankruptcy. Your way forward. At lctaylor.com.
Support your own. The Goldeyes and Fort Garry Brewing. Located right here in Winnipeg, Fort Garry Brewing is Manitoba's #1 brewery, crafting a full spectrum of delicious beers and ales, including the award-winning Fort Garry Dark, fan favorite Fort Garry Pale, and team-inspired Angry Fish Pilsner. All are available at Shaw Park. So cheer on the home team. Fort Garry Brewing, Manitoba made, Manitoba's own.
Bottom of the first inning, we welcome you back. 1-0 Gary. It'll be Mike Coles, Amos Ramon, Ray Sadler for Winnipeg, followed by Casey Arthur, Josh Mazzola, Phelan Lentini. And then the DH is Ryan Skoma hitting 7th. After that, Luis Allen and Jordan Gaida. 1-0 Gary. A leadoff triple by Adam Klein. We were just getting warmed up, and he triples, chalking the line down into the right field corner. And then a couple batters later, he comes in on a double play that Guerrero hits into for the 3rd time in the series. And then Matt Rush ends up striking out Craig Maddox, and the inning's over. But Gary has 1 on the board, and the Goldeyes are batting here in the bottom of the 1st. First pitch from lefty Alan Keano in there for a strike. And the bottom of the 1st is underway. Defensively here for Gary this afternoon, Craig Maddox, the other half of the battery. Christian Vitters is at first base, the 0-1. Swung on, and that is lined to center field. On the run, Martinez going back. It's over his head. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Coles. He will be told to stop at second. He was thinking leadoff triple, too. But the Goldeyes will take the double. And Mike Coles has his 4th hit in 6 trips in this series. And boy, did he club that over the head of Drew Martinez. And Amos Ramon, the batter. And Ramon 1 for 5 yesterday. I think for the Goldeyes, if they can establish themselves offensively early on Alan Keano, and maybe even to the point of take a lead and try to hold that on Gary for a while, might change their fortunes. First pitch is a little bit low, ball 1. I know what you're saying. Well, they had a lead last Sunday, blew it in the bottom of the 9th. Well, yeah, but that's going to happen. Especially when you're playing Gary, who are notoriously good at coming back in the 8th or 9th. The pitch is inside, 2-0. But you'd rather have the lead against Gary going into the 8th or 9th than trying to play catch-up, as the Goldeyes did last night unsuccessfully. 2 balls and no strikes to Amos, who's driven in 5 on this homestand. The pitch swung on and fouled away right side. That gets out of play. It's 2-1. Again, back to the defensive alignment for the RailCats. Craig Maddox catching, Christian Vitters at first, Danny Pulfer at second, Zach Mitchell at short, Brian Colbert third. Then Adam Klein, Drew Martinez, and Mike Massaro left to right in the outfield. 2 balls and 1 strike. Keano comes set and spins off as the left-hander. And back towards second base is Mike Coles. Amos batting .294 coming in. A team leading 6 home runs. The 2-1 is inside, 3-1. And he has 27 runs batted in, second most on the team. Ramon 8 for 25 here on the homestand. 3-1. Swung on, ground ball, right back up the middle for a base hit. They're going to wave in Coles. Up with the ball, Martinez. No throw home. We are tied. RBI single for Amos Ramon. Back-to-back hits at Camp Goldeyes. And we're locked in 1. And Ray Sadler, the batter.
Number 25, Ray Sadler.
And Ray Sadler, 2 for 4. Last night, a home run, 2 RBI. First pitch is a change of pace. It's a little bit high, ball 1. Sadler hitting .228 now, 11 homers and 26 driven in. And a throw over to first base. And back in time is Amos. Ramon, if you're wondering, 4 for 6 on the base paths this year. The 1-0 swung on and fell back, and that will find the roof here at Shaw Park. How many names have we had for this ballpark? The original name was supposed to be Mind Field. Remember that? Mind Field, after Mind Computers. But it had a little bit of that sort of war connotation to it, and a pickoff attempt over at first, and Amos got back in time, and it wasn't well received. It might have just been a trial balloon to see when it got announced. Eventually, when the place opened, it was Can West Global Park. 1-1. Is a breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Then shortened to Can West Park. And then sold to Shaw. And now Shaw Park. And a throw over to first base, and Amos back in time. So I would say 4 names. If we had a trivia question on that, it would be 4. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and Sadler chased a pitch in the dirt. Strikes out. And Alan Keano will have his first strikeout of the afternoon. There's one down for Casey Harther. And Harther will stand in from the right side. We're tied at 1 in the bottom of this first inning. Harther on a 9-game hitting streak stands in from the right side. He's had a good homestand, 9 for 23. First pitch is swung on and missed, and that change of pace. 9 for 23 is a .391 average. And a pickoff attempt over at first. Stepping off and throwing is Keano. And Ramon got back in time. A little tougher to steal against a left-hander. The 0-1 is on the outside edge for a strike. It's 0-2. Harther hitting .308 on the year. He and Amos are tied for the team lead in home runs with 6. And a throw goes over to first again, and Ramon back in time. Harther does lead the team in runs batted in with 29. The 0-2 runner on the move. Pitch is swung on and bounced back up the middle, but it's picked up by Mitchell in front of the bag. He throws to second, and they get Harther. But Amos was there at the bag safely before Mitchell had a chance to make a play. So sending the runner, a good move by Winnipeg, 2 away now. Runner in scoring position. And Winnipeg stays out of the double play. And Josh Mazzola, the batter. The out goes 6-3. And Mazzola stands in from the right side. He's on a 6-game hitting streak, looking for career double number 100. First pitch is in there for a strike. We're tied at 1. We're in the bottom of the first. Glad to have you along. Nothing and 1. The pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Nothing and 2. Josh Mazzola. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Right to one of the doors that is not functionable when baseball is on. They use one door that's cut through the screen, the backstop for baseball. Pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Still 0-2 to Mazzola. Josh 1 for 4 yesterday. 6 for 19 on the homestand with a home run. We're tied at 1, 2 away, runner at second base. Keano comes set the pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, and Q shot it off the end of the bat. Strike 2. Mazzola batting .256, 5 homers and 22 driven in. Tom Faith was saying on Keeping the Faith today that they've shortened Josh's stance just a little bit from the right side of the plate. The pitch is inside with that breaking ball, 1-2. Mazzola has that open stance and then kind of pulls back even and then strides through all in one motion as the pitch is coming in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keano, the lefty, comes set to his chest, checks Ramon, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, fielded on one hop by Keano, speared it in fact, and throws to first and gets the out. Otherwise, that's back through the middle, and the Goldeyes have a lead. Anyway, Mazzola rounds out 1-3. Winnipeg gets a run on 2 hits, and they lead 1. We'll go to the second. Nothing settled here yet. We're tied at 1-1 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
What's for dinner?
Let's barbecue.
Turkey? Granny's Poultry introduces their seasoned turkey breast roast. Perfect for the barbecue.
Sounds good.
Really good.
Designed for optimum juiciness, Granny's seasoned turkey breast roast is so tasty. And it's available at your neighborhood Safeway store. Granny's Poultry, your local poultry farmers cooperative. For simple and simply delicious recipes, visit grannys.ca. Granny's, good-natured.
Greenwood Inn and Suites. They come by their name honestly. Greenwood is one of the few Winnipeg Airport hotels awarded a 4-key eco rating. Their strong commitment to our environment extends to creating the most comfortable home away from home for their guests. Special group room rates, 8,000 square feet of meeting space, on-site pool, hot tub, steam room, restaurant, and lounge, plus complimentary airport shuttle service, parking, and more. Bring your special events home to the Greenwood Inn and Suites. GreenwoodWinnipeg.com.
Welcome to Rogers Tech Talk.
Raj, I'm thinking about the Samsung GS4. Also thinking Rogers.
Well, with Rogers, the Samsung Galaxy S4 is super fast because it's built for the speed of Rogers LTE Max, Canada's fastest and largest LTE Max network.
So when I was thinking Rogers...
You were right.
What's that, Raj?
You were...
Hang on. I'm going to put my wife on the line and hear this.
Get the Galaxy S4 built for Rogers LTE Max. Visit Rogers.com for details.
Thinking of getting the Samsung Galaxy S4 with LTE? Make the right choice and get it from Rogers.
The stats, the stories, and every swing for the fences. It's Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca.
Well, we go to the top of the second inning, and we're tied at 1 here. Christian Vitters, Brian Kolb, Drew Martinez due up for the Gary SouthShore RailCats, 5, 6, 7 in the order. Each team getting a run in the opening inning. Matt Rush works into his second. Top of 2 is our home run inning, and we have a couple of winners to pass along from the 2 home runs last night. Hit by Goldeyes. First pitch to Vitters is inside, ball 1. Vitters 2 for 3. Hit by a pitch, walked last night. He scored 3 times. The 1-0 is on the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. Folks dropping the Home Run Sports at De La Seigneurie Boulevard, Bishop Grandin. Enter to win the Home Run Sports home run inning. Here's how it works. If a Goldeye player hits a home run in any inning, and we pick your name that day, you'll receive an Easton prize package. The 1-1. Fastball inside 2-1. Courtesy of Easton Sports. But you must hear your name on this program in order to know that you're a winner. And afterward, you must contact Home Run Sports within 30 days to claim your prize. Nobody's going to call you. The 2-1. Swung on, lifted out towards shallow left. Going back. Mazzola can't make the catch. And trying to dig for second, now turning around and retreating to first is Vitters with a bloop single here to lead off inning number 2. Long run going out for shortstop Mazzola. Long run coming in for left fielder Mike Coles. Second hit of the afternoon here for Gary, and here's Brian Kolb. By contacting Home Run Sports, you can do it one of 2 ways, in person or by calling 255-7687. And as I mentioned, 2 winners on the Home Run Sports home run inning here today after home runs by Ray Sadler and Luis Allen last night. Runner on the move, pitches high, throw down to second, is not in time. Throw to second was a little high, and that's stolen base number 3 for Christian Vitters. And there's a runner at second base. The count, ball 1 on Kolb. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch is inside, 2-0. Well, on that home run by Ray Sadler, his first as a Goldeye, 11th of the year. Alyssa Hughes is our winner on the Home Run Sports home run inning. Alyssa Hughes. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled away, look out, into the seat she goes. Down the right field line, 2-1. Yes, that's a foul ball. And on the Luis Allen home run, Mike Bone. Mike Bone is our winner on the Home Run Sports home run inning. So Alyssa Hughes, Mike Bone, you both have 30 days to contact Home Run Sports to claim your prize as winners today in the Home Run Sports home run inning. The 2-1 to Kolb. Swung on, ground ball right side. Up with it, Ramon. Over to first. One away. Advancing over to third is Vitters. Now the batter, Drew Martinez. It's the Home Run Sports home run inning brought to you by Home Run Sports. Home Run Sports, get ready for your game. Trivia coming up next half inning. We're tied at 1. We're in the top of the second, runner at third. 1 out for Drew Martinez. As the sun has now come out, that'll warm things up a little bit here at 2 o'clock Central. First pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled back for strike one. 0-1 to Martinez. Drew Martinez, 2 for 3 yesterday, had a double. Scored twice, hitting .309. Rick was talking about Drew Martinez being one of those young players that Gary has in that quintessential mode of finding young guys, shaping and molding them, and then by year 2 or year 3, as that pitch missed outside 1-1, they are fully assimilated into being RailCats and play a certain way, and that's how they've been successful. 1-1 inside, 2 balls and 1 strike from Matt Rush. Two and 1. One run, 2 hits for both teams on the Culligan in-game line score. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball right back to Rush. He fields that, throws as he looked the runner back to third. A little bit high to first, pulled down by Luis Allen. They get the out, but that could have been disastrous as Drew Martinez is retired. 1-3, so 2 away on the comebacker. And the runner, Vitters, has to hold over at third base. And Zach Mitchell, the batter. And Mitchell will step in from the left side. Boy, this guy's had a great run at the Goldeyes here. In 4 games, he has 12 RBI against Winnipeg this year. First pitch, just right inside, and that might have got away from Matt Rush, and Zach Mitchell just got plunked. And Zach Mitchell gets hit by a pitch, and Danny Pulfer will be the batter. Well, if it was intentional, you don't see the Goldeyes do that very often. Unless they were just trying to come inside, that would be their argument, I would say. We're just trying to come inside on Zach Mitchell. He's been beating us up, as he did yesterday, for 5 RBI, 3 for 5 at the plate. And Danny Pulfer, the batter. First pitch. Fastball swung on and lined right back up the middle for a base hit. And Pulfer will stride for first. Around second, heading for third is Mitchell. He'll dive in there, head first. As Danny Pulfer, first pitch swinging, has an RBI single, and Gary takes a 2-1 lead. And with 2 away, a little 2-out lightning here for Gary. Back to the top of the order, and Adam Klein. That was a solid single on that fastball right back up the middle. And Pulfer has his second RBI of the series. And Adam Klein, a triple and a run scored. He tripled for his first hit of the series to lead off the baseball game. So there's Gary again with that 2-1 lead, just not going away, scoring in consecutive innings. When you let the leadoff guy aboard, they will usually get him in. Pickoff attempt over at first, and yes, Danny Pulfer is out. Picked off over at first base. Got leaning towards second. 1-3 on the pickoff. Inning ends at first base. Gary, however, gets a run on 2 hits, and they'll leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Gary leads at 2-1. Trivia coming up next on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Hey, what's up? It's me, your manly pickup truck. We've had some fun times, you and me, huh? Hauling things, carrying things, trucking things. Okay, so they're the same thing, but that's what I'm here for. Am I right, my brother? Hoorah! Anyway, no big deal. But if you had a sec, I could really use a little me time with Mr. Lube. It's like a day spa. The kind of spa where you bench press things, manly things. Yeah.
Get top-to-bottom maintenance from Mr. Lube and take good care.
It's summer. The perfect time to kick back and relax with friends and family. This summer, make it easy on yourself with catering by Chicken Delight. From a feast for a few to feeding your whole crew, Chicken Delight will put a smile on everyone's face with their famous chicken, fabulous pizza, ribs that rock, and more. Pick it up or have it delivered. Give us a call or send us your catering order at chickendelight.com.
So don't cook tonight. Tonight, all right. For Chicken Delight.
Most days, you can predict what life's going to throw at you.
He's 2 for 2 at bat so far today.
But every once in a while...
Strike! Oh, he did not see that coming.
When life throws you a curveball, Ranger Insurance will protect what's important to you. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, they have a plan that fits your needs. Ranger Insurance. Putting relationships first. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
Phelan Lantini will lead it off. In the bottom of the second, followed by Ryan Skoma and Luis Allen. First pitch from Alan Keano is low, ball 1. Gary leads it here 2-1. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Lantini 1 for 4 last night, an RBI, a stolen base, a run scored. He did all of that with a double. The pitch swung on, and Q shot it off the end of the bat foul. Lantini batting .282. I'll just let our producer know at our flagship station, TSN 1290. 1-2. Swung on, sent over third, and down the left field line foul. Alex Albany know that I'll just send an email with the answer on trivia here, and we'll be good to go. One ball, 2 strikes. Phelan Lantini, 5 homers, 21 driven in. Lantini, Skoma, and Allen against lefty Alan Keano. Sun is out, 1-2. Swung on, and that's lifted out toward right field. And drifting in toward the corner, but in fair territory is Massaro, and he'll make the catch easily for the first out. Ryan Skoma, the batter. Trivia contest question brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel, specializing in spacious executive suites. And Ryan Skoma, the DH, 0 for 3 last night, will step up and in, the only left-handed batter the Goldeyes have in their order. First pitch from the lefty, Keano, in there for a strike. Contest is open to those that haven't won in the last 30 days. We know who you are. You know who you are. The 1-0 is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And actually, we have 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Swung on, fouled back, and it gets on top of the roof. It's a ball and 2 to Ryan Skoma. Up for grabs if you're our winner on trivia today. A pair of Goldeye tickets to a future home game. You'll also be eligible to win the grand prize of a weekend stay at the Place Louis at the end of the season. 1-2. Swung on, lifted out towards shallow left. And a break. A late break by Klein. Now he'll get there and make the catch for the second out. Now the batter is Luis Allen. Number to call if you think you know the answer, 204-780-1290. By the way, just before I give you the question, I want to thank whoever did it. I'm not sure, but it was a very nice gesture. Somebody actually printed off a picture of El Kabong, the cartoon, along with Bob and Louie, and went down to the on-field autograph session today from 12:30 to 1 and got Luis Allen to sign it, brought it up to me. First pitch is in there for a strike, so we have a picture, an autographed picture of the Goldeyes, El Kabong, here in our broadcast booth. The 0-1, swung on, fouled away, and it's 0-2. Question today on trivia, as we've given you all the parameters, which member of the Gary SouthShore RailCats has a brother that appeared in 36 games with the Chicago Cubs last season? Yeah. 0-2. Breaking ball, swung on, bounced right side on one hop, fielded by the second baseman. Pulford throws to first, and the Goldeyes are done 1, 2, and 3 here in the bottom of the second. Again, which member of the Gary SouthShore RailCats has a brother that appeared in 36 games with the Chicago Cubs last season? 204-780-1290 if you think you know the answer. Zeros across here. We'll go to the third. Gary leads at 2-1 from Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
We keep old files because they're out of sight and out of mind, or because we think we have to. But someday those old files could bite us if they get in the wrong hands. Isn't it time you let bygones be bygones? Have Protect Document Destruction's mobile service professionally shred your files wherever they are to rid yourself of those ticking time bombs. Protect Document Destruction, 975-0505, a division of Johnson Waste Management.
Summer is the season for long road trips with the family.
Are we there yet?
And if you want to make it there, it's time for you to talk to Cal. No matter if your visit is for a tire rotation, an alignment, or even a basic oil service, all your visits come with a free mechanical inspection. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the high temperatures and heavy use that summer driving brings. Talk to Cal at any one of Cal Tire's 5 convenient Winnipeg locations.
You gotta roll with me. The kids will want burgers, so I got special spiced burger patties.
From the Carver's Knife?
Naturally. Lisa and Ken are crazy about our ribs.
Oh, me too.
Also from the Carver's Knife.
And for Jennifer and Dave, plump, juicy chicken breasts.
What about yours truly?
Last but not least.
Wow, that is one handsome T-bone.
Gotta keep the barbecue chef happy.
Bring out the best in your barbecues with the exceptional value and superb quality of Manitoba meats from the Carver's Knife. The Carver's Knife, 1530 Regent. From our farm to your table.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca. Brought to you in part by South Beach Casino. Like it, love it.
Adam Klein, Mike Massaro, and Christian Guerrero to lead it off. Top of the order for Gary. They lead at 2-1. Adam Klein was at the plate when Danny Pulford got picked off. Here's the first pitch of the third. It's low and inside, and it's ball one to Klein. We welcome you back. Top of inning number 3. Gary has scored singletons in the first and second. Goldeyes getting one in the first. Klein, a triple and a run scored already today. The pitch is on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-1. Led off with a triple against Matt Rush, who works into his third. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is inside, 2-1. We have a winner on trivia. It was our 5th caller. Congratulations, winner and the answer coming up in inning number 7. 2-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Klein batting .259. He's 1 for 5 in the series. He's scored twice. He leads the league with 44 base on balls. 2-2. Swung on, lifted out toward left, and Cole's coming in. This time, he'll get there and reach up and make the catch with 2 hands. Almost had to jump, though. And there's one down for Mike Massaro.
Next up for right fielder, number 3, Mike Massaro.
And Mike Massaro drew a walk his first trip. And was erased on that double play that Christian Guerrero hit into. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. 2-1 Gary in front. Matt Rush working into his third. The pitch. Fastball swung on, filleted off the hands, and dumped into left field for a base hit. And Mike Massaro has a one-out single here. And his third hit of the series. And the batter is Christian Guerrero. And Guerrero steps in from the right-hand side. Did I just hear somebody chanting double play, double play? Kind of like that lady in Duluth. Remember, anytime a Goldeye got on at first, it was 6-4-3. 6-4-3. All game, every game. Throw over to first. And Massaro gets back in time. I have some old tapes. And I'm sure there's some Goldeyes games in Duluth where I'm going to go through them in the winter here this offseason. I'm going to find that lady. And the crowd mic, 6-4-3. Throw over to first base and diving back in again is Massaro. Well, speaking of 6-4-3, Guerrero's banged into a 6-4-3 double play already here today. Yesterday, he hit into a 5-4-3 and a 6-4-3. First pitch. Swung on, bounced down the third base line, but foul. Strike one. Guerrero's 0 for 5 in the series with those 3 double plays. Tomorrow, by the way, on the air at 6:30. First pitch at 7:05, lefty Pete Gailey against righty Morgan Combs. 0-1 is a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. American League today on the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard. Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. In New York, the Yankees leading Baltimore 1-0. The pitch. Breaking ball just missed outside. Good slider, and Guerrero thought about it, held up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In Toronto today, Blue Jays 7, Minnesota 3. That's in the 7th. Homers for the Blue Jays. Colby Rasmus is 16th. Jose Reyes is 4th. Rajai Davis, his 2nd. Aaron Hicks has a home run for the Twins, his 7th. 1-2. Swung on, bounced out towards short. Picked up there by Mazzola. Takes it to the bag himself and throws down to first. And it's a 6-3 double play. No 4 required. And it ends the inning here in the top of the 3rd. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 Gary on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Now, I'm not afraid to take risks under the perfect ideal conditions, but when it comes to pizza, I'll stick with Santa Lucia Pizza. Why risk getting anything less than Santa Lucia? Voted best pizza in Winnipeg by Uptown Magazine readers for 6 straight years, and winner of the Consumer Choice Award for best pizza restaurant for 7 years? I mean, after all, this is pizza we're talking about.
Don't risk ordinary pizza. Get Winnipeg's best at Santa Lucia Pizza. Dine in, take out, or home delivery.
You see, the best ingredients make the best pizza.
You're tired of waking up each day with the aches and pains of daily life. Looking for a proven solution to ease your suffering? Not another drug that temporarily masks the pain? You need to get on the road to recovery, and you need a treatment that will address the cause of your pain. Manitoba chiropractors are available without the wait, and your care is partially covered by Manitoba Health and most private insurance plans.
Manitoba Chiropractors. Making life better.
Going on vacation can be exciting.
Bon voyage, Winnipeg.
But when you're miles away from Winnipeg, the last thing you want to worry about is the security of your home. That's why Commissionaires Manitoba offers a house watch service. They'll do an interior and exterior patrol of your property, bring in your mail, remove snow from your car, even water your plants. Don't leave your house to chance. Leave it to the Commissionaires. Go to commissionaires.nb.ca.
Bottom 3, we welcome you back. Jordan Guida to lead it off. He'll be followed by Mike Coles and Amos Ramon. 9-1-2 against lefty Alan Keano. And Jordan Guida 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. Gary getting runs in the first and second. Goldeyes getting their lone run in the first and trail 2-1 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch is low, ball 1. Third inning today, Oakland with an early and large lead on Kansas City. The A's 7, Royals 1 in KC. The pitch swung on, hammered high, deep down the left field line, and yanked foul. Josh Reddick is a home run for the A's, his 4th. Canadian George Gutierrez, his 4th for Kansas City. 7-1 A's over the Royals in KC today. 0-1-1, swung on, bounced out toward. Nope, maybe he didn't bounce it out there. It was caught on a line by Pulfer at second base, and Guida is out number 1. It was a low line drive that Pulfer kept from bouncing before it went into his glove. And it's a liner to second base for the first out. Good at bat there for Jordan Guida, just nothing to show for it. And here's Mike Coles, who has doubled and scored. Cleveland leads Detroit 6-1. That's in the 7th today. Cleveland's had some home runs. First pitch is on the inside edge for a strike. Carlos Santana, his 11th. Lonnie Chisenhall, his 5th. Michael Brantley, his 6th. Miguel Cabrera, his 28th for Detroit to account for their lone run. Indians 6, Tigers 1 in the 7th at Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Coles calls for time and backs out. Now back in. Tampa Bay leading Chicago, that being the White Sox, 2-0 in the 6th. The pitch is low, 1-1. Just underway, Houston and Texas. Up tonight at 7:05. Boston in Anaheim to take on Los Angeles. John Lackey 6-5 for the Red Sox. Jared Weaver 2-4 for the Angels. 1-1. Swung on, ground ball out toward third. Up with it, Kolb, throw across, and there's 2 away. And the batter is Amos Ramon. In the National League, St. Louis leading Miami 2-1. That's in the 3rd. Matt Holliday is 12th home run of the year for the Cardinals. Washington 7-3 leaders over San Diego in the 5th. Ryan Zimmerman is 10th. Anthony Rendon his 3rd, both for the Nationals. Alexi Amarista his 5th for the Padres. First pitch to Ramon in there for a strike. In the 3rd, at home, the Chicago White Sox lead Pittsburgh 2-0. And the 0-1 is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. In Milwaukee today, at Miller Park, Mets are in front of the Brewers, 1-0 in the 4th. The pitch swung on and hit to center field. And over goes Martinez, and he'll make the catch. And the Goldeyes go 1-2-3 for the 2nd straight inning. Zeros across. We'll go to the 4th. 2-1 Gary on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
She sang with poise and grace beyond her years.
And the fire continued to burn throughout the night.
Our 18-year championship drought is over, Winnipeg baseball fans.
With the best local, national, and international coverage, the Winnipeg Free Press is there for you. With an unrivaled art section and the best coverage in sports, because you care about what's happening in our city. The Winnipeg Free Press. Call 204-697-7001 to subscribe today.
Impaired driving kills 30 people each year in Manitoba. Every drink affects your ability to drive safely. You might miss a stop sign or not see another vehicle. Maybe you don't notice the pedestrian crosswalk and you can't see the person walking right in front of you. If you plan to drink, plan ahead to get home safely. Don't drink and drive. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance.
Selkirk Chrysler's massive factory-authorized truck sale is on now. Find a huge selection of 2013 Ram pickups, quad cab, crew cab, regular Regular cab, gas, diesel, we have them, and they're on sale. Savings up to $17,000 with super low financing, like the Quad Cab 4x4 with new 8-speed automatic transmission, featuring an incredible 33 miles per gallon at just $169 bi-weekly. Only at Selkirk Chrysler's factory authorized truck sale. Details at selkirkchrysler.com.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca. Brought to you in part by South Beach Casino. Like it, love it.
We go to the fourth inning. Maddox, Bitters, and Kolb due up for Gary. They lead it 2-1 against Matt Rush. My name is Paul Edmonds. Alex Albany back at our flagship studios. South Winnipeg under the Bell Media umbrella, TSN 1290. Riley Lachuk up in Swan, operating on our CJ radio network. Brendan McGranahan on site helping us out. First pitch is low to Maddox, the catcher, for ball one. He struck out his first trip. Just to update you on a few more scores. Philadelphia leading Atlanta 5-1. That's in the sixth. Helped along by a home run by All-Star Dominic Brown, his 23rd. The pitch is inside, 2-0. 3:05 today. Dodgers at Giants up in San Francisco. Clayton Kershaw 7-5 against Chad Godden. 2-1. 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. 3:10 today. Colorado and Arizona. Roy Oswald 0-3 for the Rockies. Patrick Corbin 9-1 for the Snakes. Interleague play. Seattle leading Cincinnati 3-1 in the seventh. A couple of home runs for the M's. 2-1 is inside 3-1. Nick Franklin is sixth. Justin Smoke his seventh. American Association, Fargo 3, Sioux City 1. That's in the fifth. 3-1 pitch is on the outside edge for a strike, 3-2. Lincoln leading Sioux Falls 3-2 in the fourth. Kansas City 2, St. Paul, no score in the fourth. 3:16 today, Amarillo at Wichita. 7:05, Newark at Laredo. 7:30, Grand Prairie, El Paso. Pitch is swung on and missed. And Craig Maddox goes down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. Second strikeout for Rush, and he had to battle back to get it. Here's Christian Bitters, who's 1 for 1, a stolen base and a run scored. CFL today, at 3 o'clock, they kick it off. Edmonton at Hamilton. Where are they playing those games? Hamilton, Timmins, BC, Timmins, Ontario, North Bay, Ontario. Where are they playing? Kitchener. First pitch is in there for a strike. Hamilton's not actually playing in Hamilton. There's also some junior baseball today in the MJBL. Double headers aplenty. We'll tell you about that in just a sec. The 0-1 is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the fourth inning. 2-1 Gary in front. Game 2 of this series. Game 3 goes tomorrow. Game 4 and the end of the homestand on Tuesday night. 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Gary's out hitting Winnipeg 4-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball is low, and it squirted away, actually, from Jordan Gott as it bounced in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. And Rush into the full wind. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball right side, coming in on it. Ramon, and underneath his glove it goes, as it didn't take a true hop. And we'll see how they score that. It kind of went to bounce and just stayed low to the ground. That'll be an error, E4. And Brian Kolb, the batter. Games at 1 and 4 today in the MJBL. Carillon and Pembina Valley, and Altona and Winnipeg South. Pembina Valley has that best team in the league, followed by Carillon, back-to-back defending MJBL champs are those Carillon Sultans. First pitch, and a bunt pushed up the third base line. Foul there by Brian Kolb. Strike one. So Gary seizing the opportunity again with you making a mistake defensively, trying to get 2 on. I don't think Kolb is bunting for a sacrifice there. That is bunting for a hit all the way. Gary with the green tops, green pants, light, dark green socks, helmets, and sleeves when they do wear them. Too warm for that today. And the white shoes. Throw goes over to first base, and Christian Vitters, who's 3 for 5 with a stolen base already today, gets back in time. And the 0-1 is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Matt Rush looks in, leans over to get the sign. Comes set. The 0-1 is inside, and actually that will be the 1-1, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. 2-1. Kolb looking down to third base again. Two balls, 1 strike. Rush will come set. 2-1, Gary leads it. And the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That's a beautiful slider. And it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brian Kolb has bounced out to second base already today. He's 1 for 5 in the series. Rush comes set, throws over to first base, and back in time is Christian Vitters. After Tuesday, the Goldeyes go on the road for 10. They fly out on Wednesday to Montreal, then will bus to Quebec City. Play in Quebec City for 4. 2-2. Half a swing, slider just missed outside, didn't go around. 3-2. And then just down the road to Trois-Rivières for 3. And then a little further, in fact, into the United States, into a suburb of New York City in Rockland for 3, and then home on the 21st. Golf tournament on the 22nd. Then they finish out the month, begin August here at home. Pitch is swung on and missed, and Kolb down on strikes. Got a fastball inside, swung at it, waved right through it. Strikeout number 3 here for Matt Rush. There's 2 away for Drew Martinez. And Martinez will stand in from the left-hand side. Martinez 0 for 1 here today. We're in the 4th inning. 2-1 Gary. Rush comes set. First pitch. Fastball swung on and lifted out towards center. Lentini to his right or left, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. No damage done. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. Bottom 4 is next. 2-1 for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. You're listening to American Association Baseball from downtown Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Ken Plain for Avalon. Do you have cracked basement walls, seepage problems, uneven floors, or sticking doors? Avalon is Western Canada's oldest and largest foundation repair company. Because Avalon repairs more basements than any other company, you shouldn't even think about having your basement repaired without talking to Avalon first. Call the people you can trust at 783-2500.
Ah, nice day. Want a drink?
Yeah, pass me a Pepsi.
How you doing?
Whoa, did you hear that? Open your Pepsi.
That was awesome.
Hit it out of the park this summer.
How you doing?
With the cool, refreshing taste of Pepsi. Pepsi. Live for now.
Luxury, convenience, comfort. Have it all with Premier Executive Suites. For business travelers who are always on the move, Premier Executive Suites is your home away from home. You can relax in your comfortable living room, grab a midnight snack in your complete kitchen, and do that last-minute load of laundry with your handy in-suite washer and dryer. Book your extended stay in Winnipeg with Premier Executive Suites. Visit premiersuites.com to make your booking today. Take more of your life with you with Premier Executive Suites.
Well, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. My name is Paul Edmonds. 2-1 Gary in front. Alan Keano works into his fourth. First pitch to Sadler is in there for a strike, and the bottom of four is officially underway. Gary leads at 2-1. It's Sadler, Harther, and Mazzola. 3, 4, and 5. Down the 0-1. Swung on, chopper, left side, coming in on that. Kolb fields it, shuffles, throws a little high, but pulled down there by Vitters. One away. And now, 10 retired in a row by Alan Keano. And the batter, Casey Harther. And Harther stands in from the right side. Arthur 0 for 1 today. First pitch is low, ball 1. Looking to extend a hitting streak and get on. It's a 9-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1. And the pitch is a change of pace that's on the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. Goldeyes have just 2 hits today. Wind is blowing from right to left a little more strongly than when we first started the game. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. Right side, look out. Ball and 2 strikes. Obviously, if you want to pull it to left, it'll be favorable. It might be a little harder to bang it out to right field now with that wind. 1-2 is inside. 2-2 as Harther moves out of the way of that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Swung on, line to the gap in right center. That's going to get down and be a single for Casey Harther, who has now hit safely in 10 straight. 1-out variety. The Goldeyes have their 3rd hit of the afternoon. Here's Josh Mazzola. And Mazzola will stand in from the right side. Now the first pitch. Swung on, cracked high, fairly deep to left. Way back is Klein at the warning track. He'll look up, pucker up, and kiss it goodbye. A 2-run shot for Josh Mazzola. First pitch swinging. Just like that, the Goldeyes have the lead. Make a turn at 3rd, and come on down with your 6th. It's 3-2 Winnipeg. Baby. Second home run of the homestand for Mazzola. And the 6th given up by Keano this year. A 2-run shot. And the Goldeyes lead it 3-2. First pitch to Phelan Lantini is high for ball 1. Lantini is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field. 1-0. Swung on, fouled back, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is low, 2-1. So the Goldeyes hit a home run against the RailCats for the 3rd time in this series. Last night, they ended up losing even though they hit 2 of them. The 2-1. Swung on, and that's sent out to right field, but right at Mike Massaro. He'll drift back, reach up, and make the catch facing us. And there's 2 away for Ryan Skoma. Boy, that had some majestic height to it, that Mazzola shot. And you knew it had the height, and you were pretty sure of the distance. You just wanted to make sure. Well, Adam Klein told us all we needed to know. First pitch to Skoma, swung on and missed for strike 1. Ryan is 0 for 4 in the series, 8 for 22 on the homestand. And he's hitting .340 coming in. 0-1. Breaking ball, bounced right side, foul. 0-2. 0-2 to Ryan Skoma. Skoma, no home runs, 19 driven in, the 0-2. Swung on, fouled back. Good hack there with a couple strikes and 2 outs in the inning. Goldeyes lead it 3-2. We're in the bottom of 4. A home run by Josh Mazzola, his 6th, RBI 23 and 24. 0-2. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle to his left, picked up by Mitchell, and the shortstop fields it behind the bag at second, throws to first. Skoma and the Goldeyes are done in the last of the 4th. For Winnipeg, though, 2 runs on 2 hits, none bigger than that 2-run jack by Josh Mazzola. Nobody left. We'll go to the 5th. Winnipeg leads it 3-2 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
This is about your debt rescue. It's about climbing free of creditors and saving for the future. It's about someone reaching out to you, helping you regain your financial foothold with credit proposals and other options. And it's about changing the way you save and spend so your debt worries are far behind you. It's about your debt rescue with L.C. Taylor, Trustees in Bankruptcy. Your way forward at lctaylor.com.
Go, fish, go!
Salisbury House is giving Goldeyes fans a Winnie dog during the Win-A-Winnie when the Goldeyes Win promotion. When the Goldeyes win at Shaw Park, bring your ticket down to any of the 7 Sal's Express locations and redeem it for a free Winnie dog with the purchase of an order of French fries all season long. You have 1 whole week to redeem your ticket, so don't snub the stub. When the Goldeyes win a home game, you win a Winnie.
Go, fish, go!
Salisbury House, your food, your way.
Now, more than ever, Metro Center gets you where you need to go. Winnipeg store for all things trailer now offers Air Miles Reward Miles and truck accessories. So, whenever you come to Metro Center for trailers, parts, hitches, and more, you can also earn Air Miles Reward Miles. Get where you need to go with over 4,000 square feet of trailer parts, truck accessories, online ordering, knowledgeable staff, and trailer service at your Winnipeg trailer store. Metro Center, 620 Nairn. Visit metrotrailers.ca.
Every pitch, every hit, every minute of the action on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. TSN 1290, tsn1290.ca.
Well, we go to the top of the 5th inning. Goldeyes have a 1-run lead. At 3-2, Zach Mitchell, Danny Pulfer, Adam Klein due up here, 8, 9, and 1. And Matt Rush works into his 5th inning today. First pitch. He's in there for a strike. This is only the 2nd lead of the series for Winnipeg at 3-2. The last time they led in this series, now we're not that far into it, of course. Not even halfway, the 0-1. Breaking ball is low, 1-1. Was when they scored in the bottom of the 1st in Game 1 last night. They led 1-0 and have trailed ever since. Or tied, 1-1. Swung on, and that's fisted off the handle and dumped into center field for a base hit. And Zach Mitchell has his 4th hit in 6 official trips in this series, and the leadoff man is aboard. And Danny Pulfer, the batter. This guy can hit the baseball. We've seen that. Danny Pulfer's got a pretty good average against the Goldeyes this year as well. I'll let you know. As Pulfer steps in from the right side, he's 1 for 1 today. Zach Mitchell came in hitting .571 against the Goldeyes. It's going to go up, of course, with that base hit right there. And a throw goes over to first, and Mitchell back in time. And Danny Pulfer hitting .273. Well, that will go up, but he's also had 2 doubles against the Goldeyes this year. Zach Mitchell over at first, 2 for 2 in the base paths. First pitch is in there for a strike. Gary likes to run. 58 stolen bases on the year. Goldeyes have 50. 59 if you include today's Christian Bitter's stolen base. So they're 1 shy of 60. Rush will come set. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled away. Right side out of play. Strike 2. We're in the 5th inning here today. 3-2 Winnipeg leads it. On the Culligan in-game line score brought to you by Culligan Water. Better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water, locally owned and operated since 1956, serving Winnipeg and surrounding area. Contact them at drinkculligan.com. 3 runs, 4 hits, and an error for Winnipeg. 2 and 5 for Gary. 0-2. Swung on and fouled back. Pulfer 2 for 5 with 2 RBI in the series. He's hitting .259, a right-handed batter. From Lakewood, California, 5'10", 195. Just 23 years old. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball out toward third. Picked up nicely by Arthur. Starts it at second for 1. Down to 1 for 2 in time. 5, 4, 3. Around the horn, double play. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Second double play. Actually, the 3rd today that the RailCats have hit into. And the 6th in the series so far. And Adam Klein, the batter. Klein today is 1 for 2, a triple and a run scored. He also flew out to left. First pitch. Showing bunt, pulling back, taking a strike. And it's 0-1. Klein batting .259. Left-handed batter. Rush comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 0-2. 3-2 Winnipeg in front. Klein, another former Oakland A's farmhand. Nothing in 2. The pitch. Swung on and fouled away left side. Still strike 2 on Adam Klein. Goes 1 for 6 in the series. And was a great interview yesterday in our final segment of Around the Association. The pitch. Swung on, lifted out toward left field. Right there is Coles. Tippy-toeing his way in, reaches up, and makes the catch. And the Gary SouthShore RailCats are done here in the 5th. No runs, a hit, and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Yesterday, Alex posted 18 photos on Instagram. Today, he's working in a department store camera section. He's never really taken a good photo, but he has taken lots of his food.
Sweet club sandwich.
Why buy a camera from Alex when you can buy from Don's? At Don's Photo, you'll find a better camera at a better price. Plus, answers to all your camera questions. Minus this guy.
It got 37 likes.
Visit donsphoto.com or one of our 3 Winnipeg stores. And let's talk photography.
From the diamond to the driveway, from weekend warrior to world-class pro, local athletes are choosing Manitoba pork for peak performance. Loaded with lean, high-quality protein and essential vitamins and minerals, pork is a powerhouse of nutrition for serious athletes. For a real competitive edge, choose Manitoba pork, fueling today's athletes. Learn more about pork for peak performance at manitobapork.com.
When Winnipeggers' stuff exceeds their space, why do so many rely on Storageville?
It's so convenient.
With 2 prime locations, 830 Waverly and 123 Reinders at Stapon Road.
Access to your locker is really easy.
It's totally secure.
Every unit is alarmed and video monitored every minute, every day.
My house should be so clean.
They even have a free cube van to stick your stuff in. Storageville, where Winnipeg stores. Learn more about their wow factors at storageville.ca.
Bottom of the 5th inning, we welcome you back. Goldeyes are in front 3-2 today. Luis Allen, Jordan Guida, and Mike Coles. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Luis Allen might have the best walk-up tune of the year. It's a little up-tempo Latin music. First pitch is high, ball 1. And Alcabong today is 0 for 1. Pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. And Luis rides a 6-game hitting streak into this one, facing now Alan Keano for the second time today. And the Goldeyes taking the lead in that 2-run home run last inning by Josh Mazzola. 1-1 to Louis Allen. The pitch swung on, fouled back. That will get into the seats and be a souvenir. 1-2. Wind is kind of wild today. I mean, I've seen the flags in multiple directions today. I mean, for the most part, it's blowing from right to left, but swirling here as well. 1-2 is low, 2-2. Bright sunny day. Cloud cover is still upon us, but it's not completely overcast. Sun is out. We have some blue sky around us. 2-2. Swung on, chopper right side. Fielding that is Vitters, the first baseman. Underhands the pitcher covering. And Keano gets there ahead of Allen, and there's one down. The batter, Jordan Guida. Now, one thing you should know about Jordan Guida, while he hasn't had a lot of playing time in his professional career, and here today, I would think might be the first time he started back-to-back games at catcher. Yesterday and today. And he's hitting 174 coming in. He hasn't had a whole lot of playing time. First pitch is outside, ball 1. And a little bit of time in the Tiger system last year. 1-0 outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Let's just fill in some blanks. This is game 25, but he's had only 24 at-bats. He does have some power. 2-0. Swing and a miss and that change of pace, and it's 2-1. I mean, last year he was in 3 spots with the Tigers. He had a total of 19 at-bats before they cut him loose. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. There's a great evaluation. Give somebody 19 ABs and then cut them loose. I know guys in the baseball business that get upset with organizations that give guys 60 at-bats and then cut them loose. Well, Jordan had 19 last year. But he has some pop in that bat. Pitch, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 2 for Alan Keano, 2 away. We're just kind of waiting to see it, and when he gets more comfortable, I'm sure it will come. In 2012, he helped Tennessee Wesleyan to an NAIA World Series title. He had 7 home runs in that tournament. Back to the top of the order in Mike Coles. First pitch, swung on and fouled away right side for strike 1. Mike Coles 1 for 2 today. He had a double in the first and scored, and then he bounced out corner to corner his last trip. 3-2, the Goldeyes are in front. We're in the bottom of 5. The pitch is inside. Half a swing. Did he go? The appeal at first. And Mitch Morgan says no, he did not. 1-1. 1-1 to Mike Coles. Batting .259 coming in. 1-1 pitch is inside. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two away in the inning. Keano's 2-1 pitch. Swung on, chopped foul to plate. 2-2 to Mike Coles. Mike is 6 for 21 on the homestand with 7 walks. A .286 average and 7 walks. So he's been getting on. 2-2, swung on, bounced left side foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. Three runs, 4 hits, and an error for Winnipeg. 2-5 for Gary on the Culligan in-game line score. Pitch. Breaking ball low. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now if you're Coles, looking to win the battle here. Three balls, 2 strikes. Mike Coles was a Gary SouthShore RailCat. He's from Hammond, Indiana. He's right in their backyard, and I mean that. 3-2, swung on, bounced left side foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mike Coles. Coles stands back in from the right side, straight up and down, looks out toward Alan Keano. The lefty will rock, kick, and fire. Pitch is swung on, and a bullet hit down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's a foul ball. Add the distance. Just foul. Three balls, 2 strikes. Coles will stand back in. And Keano's pitch, the 3-2 again. Swung on and missed. Took something off of that. Had a breaking ball. Sped up his bat, of course, with the fastball that just about got drilled for a home run. And then came back, breaking ball, and gets Mike to do something he doesn't do very often. And that's strikeout to end the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll go to the 6th. Goldeyes lead at 3-2 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Like it? Love it! South Beach Casino and Resort is taking surf and turf to a whole new level. Start with surf on Thursday nights. Get ready for a taste of the sea with Manitoba's finest seafood feast buffet. Just $19.95. Grab a seat at Mango's restaurant and dig in. On to turf. Saturday night, it's all about the prime rib. Enjoy this mouth-watering buffet for just $19.95. Don't miss this surf and turf adventure at South Beach Casino and Resort. For details, visit southbeachcasino.ca.
While there's no known cure for ALS, there is hope.
The ALS Society of Manitoba supports families affected by ALS. Our Client Services Coordinator works with your family to determine your needs, and the Brummett-Feasby ALS House provides 24-hour care designed to specifically meet the needs of people living with ALS. Because hope is important in the lives of those affected by ALS. The ALS Society of Manitoba. We help our people every way we can. Visit alsmb.ca.
Ever try sucking an orange through a straw? How about 5?
Oh, come on!
It can happen, because we're blending up a difference at Jugo Juice. Our fresh fruit smoothies knock it out of the park with over 5 servings of fruit jammed into every 24-ounce cup. This season, make it a mini combo with a zesty Southwest chicken wrap. Get healthy on the go with Jugo Juice. Find us at Shaw Park and online at jugojuice.com.
Batter up, turn it up. This is Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
Well, we'll go to the 6th. 3-2, the Goldeyes are in front here. Massaro, Guerrero, Maddox against Matt Rush. Hitters 2, 3, 4. Winnipeg took the lead with 2 runs in the 4th, and 3-2, that's where we stand. That came in on a home run by Josh Mazzola. Massaro 1 for 1 with a walk. And the sun is ducked in behind a cloud here. A momentary reprieve for those trying to stay a little cooler. The pitch is in there for a strike, and we start the 6th at 0-1. Matt Rush working into inning number 6. 0-1 is a little low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt has worked 6 innings, a couple of times, 7 once, and 8. Now the pitch is swung on and popped up right side of the infield. Ramona's there. He'll make the catch, and there's 1 down. And also a 7 2/3. So, generally speaking, this is what you're going to get from Matt Rush. And Christian Guerrero, the batter, he's 0 for 2. You're going to get a quality start. Now, save for that Wichita start on June 11th and St. Paul on July the 2nd. You're going to get a guy that's going to go 6, 7, 7 2/3 as he's done. First pitch to Guerrero is on the outside edge for a strike. And give you a quality start. Matt Rush just is consistently good and has been for the last 4 years in independent baseball. 2 with Winnipeg. The 0-1 in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Another fastball there, and painting the black there on Christian Guerrero. Oh, 2. Swung on, look out, into the seat she goes. Everybody all right? Nothing in 2. Late swing there on the fastball, and Guerrero shot it off the end of his bat at a right angle there and into the seats. Nothing in 2. Interesting, when we were talking to Matt yesterday in that first segment of Around the Association, which is podcast on the website, by the way. Pitch is low. Half a swing. Did he go? Yes. At first, says Mitch Morgan. Strikeout for Matt Rush is 4th of the afternoon. There's 2 away here in the 6th. Throughout his 5 years with the Tigers, in their system, a reliever. And then came to Quebec, started out of the bullpen, and then they were short a starter, and they asked for volunteers, and of course he jumped right to the front of the line. Here's Craig Maddox, first pitch. It's outside, ball 1. It is rare that you will find, especially younger relievers, the 1-0 is inside, 2-0. A reliever that doesn't want to be a starter. Couple things we know about pitchers. They all want to hit, and relievers usually want to be starters. 2-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Now, that is save, of course, for guys that are into their role. Like their role, they're good at their role, whether it's 7, 8, 9-inning guy, closer. The 2-1. Swung on and fouled back, and that will get on top of the roof here. And it's 0-2 to Craig Maddox, who has struck out twice today. Goldeyes lead at 3-2. We're in the 6th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Maddox. Left-handed batter. Rush operating from the full line. And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking balls a little bit low. 3-2. Yesterday we had that question. Name the Goldeyes pitcher that's had the most at-bats in his pro career. 3-2. Swung on, popped up. Left side of the infield, foul territory. Guide is there. Rush is there. Harther's there. And the third baseman calls off the battery, makes the catch pretty much in front of his dugout. And that's it for Gary. And we'll pick up the story when we come back. Zeros across the board. Gary goes in order. We'll go to the bottom of 6. 3-2 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Summer in Manitoba sizzles all over the place, from our great beaches to our great ballpark. And I just don't mean on the field. I mean on Goldeyes Grill, where they sizzle up some of the best hot dogs you've ever tasted. Diamond Dogs, the official hot dog of the Goldeyes. Custom made by Winkler Meats. Diamond Dogs are naturally smoked, gluten and allergen free, and made with quality ingredients that deliver full flavor every bite. Try them at the game or pick them up at your local grocer. Diamond Dogs from Winkler Meats. Product quality is our tradition.
Why drive to the border to pick up your parcels? Finally, there's a solution. A.D. Rutherford International's cross-border services. U.S. shipping address, customs clearance, and daily deliveries to and from North Dakota. Besides assisting commercial importers, they help individual buyers as well. Their competitive rates make your importing experience seamless, stress-free, and convenient. A.D. Rutherford International. Cleared and simple. Visit adrutherford.com or call 204-633-7207.
Wow, we're finally doing it. Building our dream home.
I never thought we'd be able to afford it.
Well, we did some good saving, and SCU did the rest.
Sweet. Can this be my room?
This will be the kitchen, bud.
Perfect.
Whether you're fixing, building, or buying, feel comfortable in a mortgage from Steinbach Credit Union. Ready to build? SCU is there with builder mortgages, great rates, and flexible terms. Talk to SCU today. After all, we're taking care of the world's most important mortgage, yours.
Bottom of inning number 6. Winnipeg leads at 3-2. Ramon, Sadler, and Harther. 2-3-4 against Alan Keano. Amos today is 1 for 2, has an RBI single in the first. And the first pitch is a change of pace in there for a strike on the outside corner, and Amos thought that it was a little low and maybe a little generous. 0-1. The 0-1. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled away right side. And on a play. 1-2. We were talking about when we came up with the trivia question yesterday, we started to look at the past performance sheets on all of the Goldeyes pitchers and found that Alan Caldwell had over 400 at-bats during his career so far. But that's because he played a lot of outfield. 1-2 is high, 2-2. And then Kohi Downing was another over 200 bats. Or actually, I think it was 200 at-bats right on the button. 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. And he was the same thing. Position player turned pitcher. And then you get guys like Kissick and Hardy that have had somewhere around 6. Guys like Matt Rush have never had a plate appearance in professional baseball. 2-2. Swung on, line to first, caught right there by Vitters. And there's 1 away. Good at bat there for Amos. But he hit it right at him. Here's Ray Sadler. And Sadler will step in from the right side. 0 for 2 today, 2 for 6 in the series. First pitch is in there for a strike. Usually at the end of the year, and sometimes throughout, but depending on what's going on, pitches swung on and missed, the pitchers will have a day or a lead-up to batting practice, or sometimes while batting practice is going on if nobody else is taking it, where they'll have pitchers batting practice. And it will be the starters versus the relievers. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Sadler down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Alan Keano today, and there's 2 away for Casey Arthur. And they'll have a game. No word on who usually wins. You would think if you came up through the National League in affiliated baseball, the starters, first pitch is low, ball 1, would get more ABs than the relievers, because the starters, if you're having a good start, you'll be left in the game. Whereas the relievers, when your spot is coming up, they're probably going to swap you out for a pinch hitter. And 1-0. Swung on, full late down the right field line. That might be trouble. It is a fair ball, and it gets into the corner. Arthur will dig for second and stop there with a 2-out double. 5th hit of the afternoon for Winnipeg, and Casey Arthur has his 2nd hit of the day against Alan Keano as he fillets one and goes the other way. And here is Josh Mazzola, a 2-run homer here today in the same situation. Arthur was standing on base with an out. There happens to be 2 outs this time. Arthur standing in scoring position, and Mazzola homered to give the Goldeyes this 3-2 lead. That was back in the 4th. We're in the bottom of 6. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Josh Mazzola. Each team now with 5 hits. Keano will come set. 0-1 is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gary will get somebody up in the bullpen. Right-hander down there, number 53. Kyle Lindquist. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a change of pace, and it's 1-2. Way out in front of that was Josh Mazzola. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mazzola with 6 home runs and 24 driven in now. Arthur at second base with 2 away, and Keano will step off. And now a little chat. Here in the 6th inning, let's have a look at what the Goldeyes are doing this week. And it's brought to you by Boston Pizza. Come and try Boston Pizza's new Meteor full off the bone ribs. Boston Pizza, if you ain't ribbon, you ain't living. Well, the last 2 games of this homestand go tomorrow and Tuesday. 1-2 is inside, 2-2 to Mazzola. And tomorrow is the Goldeyes Cancer Care Awareness Night game. And the team will wear special Cancer Care Awareness jerseys. And the first 500 kids get sunbeats. 2-2. Swung on, ground ball right side. Pulfer up with it on to second. Now the Goldeyes are done in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. On to the 7th, 3-2 Winnipeg on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Downtown Winnipeg is the place to be this summer. Get downtown and enjoy fun festivals, concerts, and tours. Catch a Goldeyes game, visit exceptional shopping and dining districts, get a taste for Winnipeg's distinct urban culture, and check out the Out to Lunch concert series with free music downtown every Wednesday at noon all summer long. For info on concert locations and other downtown events, visit downtownwinnipegbiz.com. Get down this summer. Downtown.
Do you have a plan to escape winter this year? How about an Air Canada vacations trip with endless sunny skies, pristine white sand beaches, warm turquoise water, friendly people, zesty food, and music that really gets you moving? Plan the perfect escape this winter to the Grand Bahia Principe all-inclusive resort with Air Canada Vacations. Direct flights from Winnipeg to Montego Bay, Jamaica all winter long. Start planning your getaway today at aircanadavacations.com.
Teamwork wins ball games, and it's made Sabre Agencies an even stronger player in the insurance business. Recently, Sabre Agencies teamed up with Canada's largest personal property insurance company, Intact Insurance. So now, when life throws you a curveball, they'll get you back in the game faster than ever. Are you over 50 with no claims for 3 years? Then you could score big league savings on home insurance, including no deductible on your first claim. Call Sabre Agencies for details. 694-6787.
And the hits just keep on coming on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. TSN 1290, tsn1290.ca.
Top of the 7th inning. Matt Rush works into his 7th. 3-2 Winnipeg in front. Vitters, Kolb, and Martinez. 5, 6, and 7. Goldeyes lead it by 1. 5,535 here today. 55-35. Understand that on Tuesday night, as we were looking at Goldeyes this week for Boston Pizza before we went to break, good crowd assembling here for Tuesday night. And fireworks. So tomorrow, Cancer Care Awareness Night and Cancer Care jerseys. First pitch here to Vitters is in there for a strike. Sunbeam giveaway to the first 500 kids. And on Tuesday, post-game fireworks. Always a $5 ticket here at the ballpark, the 0-1. Here's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tickets at 5 price points, 5, 7, 12, 14, and 18 bucks. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Christian Vitters. Pitch is just outside 2-1. You can get them at the door through any Ticketmaster outlet in the province, including the box office here at Shaw Park. Ticketmaster.ca or 855-GOLDEYE. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that fastball, and it's 2-2. Also, don't forget the Goldeyes website, goldeyes.com. A lot of information there on the team. Stories, columns, opinion, video, goldeyes.com. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, punched out towards center field. Going back is Lentini at the warning track, at the wall. He leaps, and he can't make the catch. Around second, heading for third is Vitters, and he will be in standing. And Vitters will have a leadoff triple. Second hit of the afternoon. Now that puts the potential tying run 90 feet away for Brian Kolb, who is 0 for 2 today. And Kolb has grounded out and struck out today, and the Goldeyes will play the infield back. They'll give up the go-ahead run, or pardon me, the tying run, to exchange for the out. First pitch. Swung on, popped up. This is going to be favorable. In behind the mound, and Mazzola's there in front of second. He'll make the catch. And there's 1 away. And the batter is Drew Martinez.
The center fielder, number 5, Drew Martinez.
And Drew Martinez will stand in from the left-hand side. And Martinez is 0 for 2 here today. Runner at third, 1 away. We're in the 7th. 3-2 Winnipeg. But, Gary, this is when they get good. 7, 8, and 9 innings. Putting pressure on you. Forcing you to make a mistake. The pitch. Swung on, filleted left side foul. Strike one. Drew Martinez 2 for 5 in the series. A double, 2 runs scored. Some finals today on the Manitoba Blue Cross out-of-town scoreboard. In the big leagues, Baltimore came back and beat the New York Yankees 2-1. Adam Jones homered in the 9th off Mariano Rivera. 0-1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Darren O'Day the win to go to 5-0. Rivera took the loss, drops to 1-2, blows the save. Jim Johnson gets the save, his 30th of the year for the Orioles. 1 ball, 1 strike to Drew Martinez, batting .309. Rush will come set, and the pitch is a fastball wide, 2-1. Tampa Bay beat the Chicago White Sox 3-1 today. David Price goes to 3-4. John Danks, the loss, he drops to 2-6. And Seattle beat Cincinnati in an interleague game 3-1. Joe Saunders 7-8 with the win. Bronson Arroyo 7-7 with the loss. Tom Williamson, his 18th save. The 2-1 to Martinez. Swung on and fouled away left side and out of play. 2-2. American Association. Sioux City leads Fargo 6-4 in the 8th. St. Paul leading Kansas City 7-3 in the 6th. Sioux Falls ahead of Lincoln 4-3 in the 6th. Just underway Wichita and Amarillo at 3:16. So 6 minutes ago. 2-2 to Drew Martinez. Rush will come set. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball back of the middle by a diving Ramon and into center field for a base hit. And a big turn by Drew Martinez. At first base, the ball's bobbled a little bit in center field, but it gets back into the infield. It's an RBI single for Drew Martinez. And it ties the score here at 3. That's a little odd because the Goldeyes had the infield back. Then all of a sudden, Amos kind of crept in a little bit. If he played back where he was for most of that at bat, you probably get Martinez there. You give up the run, but you got the second out. Now you give up the run, you got a guy at first base, and there's only 1 out. And a chance for the large inning still in play here for Gary with Zach Mitchell at the plate, who the Goldeyes cannot get out. He's 1 for 1 today, was hit by a pitch. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Right-hander getting up in the bullpen and starting to throw is Chris Kissick for Winnipeg. 1 ball and no strikes. Zach Mitchell with 12 RBI in this now 5 games against the Goldeyes. 1-0 is a little bit high with a fastball, 2-0. We're in the 7th, tied at 3. The whole infield wasn't brought in, just sort of the right side there. And even at that, Amos just about made a diving stop on him. 2-0. Swung on, fell back to the screen. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Zach Mitchell's hit 2 home runs this year, both against the Goldeyes. He is from Memphis, Tennessee. Was in Gary last year. 5'9", 160. And a throw over to first base. And Drew Martinez, who's 12 for 15 on the base paths, gets back in time. Wind is now blowing from left to right. So it's completely switched direction on us. Favoring a left-handed batter like Mitchell here. Rush comes set. A throw goes over to first, and diving back in safely, no tag, is Martinez. In a 3-3 tie, Gary out hitting Winnipeg 7-5. Rush comes set again. The 2-1 to Mitchell. And he pushes a bunt out toward third, picked up by Arthur, and a running throw to first is not in time. And Zach Mitchell has a bunt here for his second hit of the afternoon. And now Rick Forney is going to come out and likely make a pitching change as Danny Pohl for a right-hander is due up. So there's 2 on with 1 in. This is where they put the pressure on you. They get a triple that was just about caught at the wall. You get 1 out, and then they get an RBI single, a bunt single, and they're going to try to turn 1 into 2 or 3 or 4. And Matt Rush has pitched very well here today. He is done for the afternoon in the 7th. His day ends. Chris Kisicks is about to begin. Back in 60 on the Call of the Bullpen on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
If you love East Indian food and want to introduce your friends to it, bring them to the Clay Oven. They have the best butter chicken in town. Plus, the new Hakka menu features Indian Chinese fusion. First-timers will love exploring the flavors of our tally platters. Another fresh batch of naan bread is coming out of the oven right now. The Clay Oven with 3 locations, including the brand new restaurant open year-round in the ballpark. Reserve your dinner party or game day seat on the patio at clayoven.ca.
It's Winnipeg Goldeyes game day. This afternoon, your Winnipeg Goldeyes take on the Gary SouthShore RailCats at 1:30 p.m. at Shaw Park. Bring the whole family and get there early for pregame on-field autograph session and team photo giveaway. Live Goldeyes baseball today at Shaw Park. First pitch, 1:30. Tickets start at just $5 at all Ticketmaster outlets or call 1-855-GOLDEYE.
Play ball! Batter up, turn it up. This is Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
Still in the 7th inning. 1 in to tie it up at 3 for Gary. 1 out and 2 on for them. Matt Rush is done for the afternoon. Chris Kisick will come in. And for Rush, 6 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Responsible for 2, a walk, 4 strikeouts, and he hit a batter. And right now, a no decision, but he could lose it. And this pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. Chris Kisick will come in, the right-hander, to face Danny Polfer, who's hit into a double play today, also had an RBI single. We're tied at 3. First pitch. Swung on, line to center field. Lentini to his left. He'll make the catch on that. Fire it back quickly toward the infield, and it holds Drew Martinez at second base. And I think, you know what, if you really want to get technical, Drew Martinez probably made a base running mistake right there. If that gets down, he scores easily from second. He probably could have tagged, as deep as that was, if he's back at the bag at second and moved to third on that play. He did not. 2 away, back to the top of the order in Adam Klein. So a fly out to center and 2 down. And Kisick, a right-hander from British Columbia, will come set. Klein 1 for 3 today. Runner on the move, and now Kisick's going to throw to third. Little high, pulled down by Arthur. He throws to Mazzola, who's going to run down Martinez from behind. And the inning ends between second and third. A 1-5-6 caught stealing. And that is that for Gary. It was a base running mistake because Martinez wanted to atone for it. Instead, he runs his team right out of outs here in inning number 7. Gary gets a run on 3 hits, and they leave 1. Stretch time in my hometown. We invite you, wherever you are, to get up with us and stretch them out. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th when we come back in a 3-3 tie on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Summer in Manitoba sizzles all over the place, from our great beaches to our great ballpark. And I just don't mean on the field. I mean on Goldeyes Grill, where they sizzle up some of the best hot dogs you've ever tasted. Diamond Dogs, the official hot dog of the Goldeyes. Custom made by Winkler Meats. Diamond Dogs are naturally smoked, gluten and allergen free, and made with quality ingredients that deliver full flavor every bite. Try them at the game or pick them up at your local grocer. Diamond Dogs from Winkler Meats. Product quality is our tradition.
Why drive to the border to pick up your parcels? Finally, there's a solution. A.D. Rutherford International's cross-border services. U.S. shipping address, customs clearance, and daily deliveries to and from North Dakota. Besides assisting commercial importers, they help individual buyers as well. Their competitive rates make your importing experience seamless, stress-free, and convenient. A.D. Rutherford International. Cleared and simple. Visit adrutherford.com or call 204-633-7207.
Here's a great double play for you and your car. Bosch will give you a free ticket to any Goldeyes game. From July 2nd to 9th only, Midtown Car Wash cleans your car inside and out and leaves your car sparkling. For the very best in auto cleaning, visit Midtown Car Wash, 344 Gertrude at Donald. And get your free Goldeyes ticket today.
Well, we go to the bottom of inning number 7. Lentini leads it off. First pitch from Keanu is swung on and fouled away for strike 1. And a 3-3 tie. Lentini, Scoma, the DH, and Luis Allen. And the 0-1 is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keanu works into his 7th. By the way, Rush is off the hook. It'll be a no decision for Matt today. 1-1. Swung on, ground ball out towards short. Mitchell up with it, shuffles, throws to first. And Lentini's out number 1. And the batter, Ryan Scoma. And Scoma 0 for 2 tonight. Today, wherever you're tuning in from. Goldeyes getting a run in the first 2 in the 4th. Gary Singleton's in the 1st, 2nd, and 7th. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Scoma flew out to left and bounced out to short. And Keanu wants a new fresh of signs. New Theater still throwing in the bullpen for Gary. No activity for Winnipeg. The pitch swung on, and that is blooped into left center for a base hit. And Ryan Scoma with his first hit of the series. A 1-out single here, and we'll see what the Goldeyes do with it as Luis Allen will step up and in. By the way, Sal's win a winning dog when the Goldeyes win following any home game this season. Fans, you can take your game ticket to any of the Sal's Express locations to receive a free winning with the purchase of fries to be redeemed within 7 days of the game, courtesy of Salisbury House. Offer not valid at Shaw Park. 1 offer per ticket per person per visit. And here is Luis Allen. Three is the score. And Al Kabong 0 for 2 today. And Keanu will come set. First pitch. Breaking ball, half a swing, didn't go. Missed low, ball 1. Kyle Lindquist is still throwing down in that bullpen. Allen looking to extend a hitting streak to 7 straight here. He's 0 for 2, though, in the game. Throw goes over to first, and Scoma back in time with 1 out and 1 on here in the bottom of 7. A 3-3 tie. And another throw goes over to first, and Scoma back in time. Ryan 2 for 3 on the base paths. Keanu comes set, the 1-0. Swung on, and a bullet hit down the left field line, but foul. 1-1. Luis Allen, 8 for 23 on the homestand. Hitting almost 350. He's driven in 8 runs on the homestand as well. Throw goes over to first, and Scoma dives back in safely. So this is game number 6. And Allen has 8 runs batted in on the homestand. Another throw goes over, and the booing can start to commence any time here. On about the 5th throw over to first base with Skoma. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Runner on the move. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw down to second in time. And it's a caught stealing that goes 2-4. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Skoma gets caught for the second time. He's 2 for 4. Now nobody on with 2 away here in the bottom of 7. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Popped up. In behind first, and right there is Vitters. He makes the catch. 1 step into foul territory, and we're through 7, tied at 3. No runs, a hit, nobody left for Winnipeg. We'll go to the 8th, tied at 3, as I mentioned, on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Chris Walby. Now you can mow like the pros with Simplicity Zero-Turn Mower. These mowers have all the features professionals demand. Durability, heavy-duty construction, and of course, the perfect cut. Simplicity Zero-Turn Mowers with their exclusive suspension system lets you mow more lawn in less time. These mowers are unlike anything you've ever used. To help you find a Simplicity dealer near you, contact Yetman's Limited Winnipeg and discover the secret to a professionally manicured lawn. Zero-turn mowers for the homeowner from Simplicity. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
It's furniture that has a story to tell. Discover the unrivaled character and craftsmanship only Manitoba Made can offer with Prairie Barnwood. Prairie Barnwood specializes in handcrafted furniture and decor made from dismantled barns from across the Canadian prairies. From mantels to countertops, furniture, even custom pieces, it's all made in Manitoba. See these one-of-a-kind works of art for yourself. Learn more about Manitoba Reclaimed Barnwood furniture today at prairiebarnwood.com.
Did you know that water makes up more than half of your body weight? Every cell, tissue, and organ in your body needs water to maintain its temperature, remove waste, and lubricate joints. Culligan's filtered bottled water delivered right to your door is the best choice for hydration.
Call or click today to enjoy Culligan bottled water service for as little as $21.75 a month. Just call 204-694-5180 or visit drinkculligan.com. Culligan, better water, pure and simple. Limited time offer. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for details.
Your fielder's choice for every minute of Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball. TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca.
Well, we go to the 8th inning in a 3-3 tie. Chris Kissick will work into his second. He'll face the top of the order in Klein, Massaro, and Guerrero. Kissick came in to replace Matt Rush. Klein 1 for 3 today. A triple and a run scored. And then he's flown out to left twice. And that was all against Matt Rush. First pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. Oh, we forgot to get to the answer on trivia. We'll do that now. Pass along the winner's name as well. We usually do that in the 7th, and we're half an inning behind. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. 1-2. Well, trivia is always brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel specializing in spacious executive suites. 1-2. Breaking ball, a little low. 2-2. The question today was this: which member of the Gary SouthShore RailCats has a brother that appeared in 36 games with the Chicago Cubs last season? Pitch is low, 3-2. Well, congratulations to Todd Sproul of St. James. He knew the answer to be Christian Vitters. His brother Josh, who's in AAA now, 36 games with the Cubs last year. So Christian Vitters, the first baseman. 3-2. Swung on, bounced down the third base line. And that's a fair ball. Over to pick it up is going to be Coles. Digging for second is Klein. Here comes the throw. It won't be in time. That's a leadoff double for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. And Mike Massaro, the batter. And Massaro 1 for 2 with a walk. And you got to think that Massaro here is going to be thinking about bunting in this 3-3 tie, the leadoff man aboard. Kissick comes set, and a step off, and Klein back to second base. So just to finish up, the answer, Christian Vitters, his brother Josh, younger brother actually, 36 games with the Chicago Cubs last year, now in AAA. Another step off by Kissick. And back in time is Klein. And our answer, first baseman for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. First pitch is a breaking ball inside, ball 1. Comes from Todd Sproul of St. James. Congratulations, Todd. You pick up a pair of Goldeye tickets to a future home game. You'll also be eligible to win grand prize of a weekend stay at the Place Louis at the end of the season. Pitch is low, and it got between the legs of Gaida and over to third base. Goes Klein, and that'll be on a passed ball. So now the go-ahead run is at third. Two balls and no strikes to Massaro. Three, Gary and Winnipeg are locked up here, and the infield pulled in for Winnipeg to protect home plate. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Massaro's walked in the first, singled in the third, and popped out to second base in the 6th. The 2-1. Swung on, lined over first down the right field line. Broken bat, chalks the line, gets into the corner. In to score is Klein. Massaro strides around second. He's going to head for third. He will be around third and held up. Goldeyes finally get the ball out of the corner. But Massaro was thinking inside the park home run. Instead, it's a stand-up. Turn the bag at third, RBI triple, and Gary leads at 4-3. And the batter, Christian Guerrero. And the infield still in. Nobody out here, back-to-back extra base hits. Now the Goldeyes will get somebody up in the bullpen. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. We're in the 8th. And a left-hander up and throwing in Gabe Aguilar. One-0. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. So Gary with Klein basically tucks one inside the line for a double to lead off. And then Massaro pulled one down and chalked the line into the right field corner. 1-1. Half a swing. Did he go? The appeal? No, says Mitch Morgan. 2-1 to Guerrero. Four and 3, the RailCats lead it. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guerrero 0 for 3 today. 0 for 7 against the Goldeyes in this series. The 2-2. Breaking ball is low. Now the count goes to 3-2. Goldeyes are 1-3 against Gary this year, suffering 3 straight losses. All-time here at home, Winnipeg 42-25. The payoff pitch. Swung on, ground ball out to third. One hop fielded there by Harther. Looks the runner back to third base, throws high to first, but jumping up and pulling it down is Luis Allen, one away. Now the batter is Craig Maddox. And Maddox is 0 for 3. And here comes Jamie Vermillier out to have a chat. So we'll get a mound meeting here. And Vermillier out to speak with the entire infield. By the way, fans, next time you're at a Goldeyes game, bring along a non-perishable food item for donation to Winnipeg Harvest. Collection bins are located at every ballpark entrance. Peak of the Market and the Goldeyes encourage all listeners to help those in need by bringing a tin for the bin on your way in. Whatever was said was brief as Vermillier back to the Goldeyes third base dugout. Craig Maddox today is 0 for 3. He struck out twice and popped out. Left-handed batter, infield still pulled in for Winnipeg. 4-3, Gary leads it. 1 out, a runner at third. First pitch. Swung on, ground ball right side. That's going to skinny right through and get into right field for an RBI single. First pitch swinging, and Craig Maddox has his first hit of the series. And 2 runs have scored for Gary here in the top of the 8th inning. 5-3 RailCats. And here's Christian Vitters. And Rick Forney is going to bring a left-hander in to face Christian Vitters. Second visit this inning will spell relief. And that'll do it for Chris Kissick here this afternoon. Kissick's day is done. Gabe Aguilar's day about to begin. Back in 60. 5-3 Gary on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
CIBC and the Winnipeg Goldeyes have partnered to fight cancer. On Sunday, October 6th, CIBC and Goldeyes employees, friends, and family will be running in Winnipeg for a future without breast cancer. Shaw Park, home of your Winnipeg Goldeyes, will host the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation CIBC Run for the Cure. For more information, to register to run, or to make a donation, go online to CIBC.com. Let's run for a future without breast cancer. Join in on Sunday, October 6th at Shaw Park.
Hi, I'm Denny from Denny's Whole Hog Barbecue.
And I'm quarterback Buck Pierce.
Hey guys, I'm having a big event and looking for a way to feed my group.
Call Denny's Whole Hog Barbecue.
We're looking after you with a full catering service or do-it-yourself hog roast with succulent pork, tender beef, turkey, chicken, pork ribs, and more. No group is too big or too small. Plus, you can keep the leftovers. We'll even pack it up for you.
Can't wait.
Visit Danny'sWholeHog.com or call 344-5675.
And we'll bring the flavor.
Every pitch, every hit, every minute of the action on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca.
While we're in the 8th inning, 5-3. Gary leads it here. 2 in, 1 out, 1 on. That's it for Chris Kissick today. Gabe Aguilar will come into the contest and be the third pitcher of the afternoon for Winnipeg. And for Kissick, he goes 1 inning. Gives up 3 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned, responsible for 1. No walks and no strikeouts. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 452-0909. And we see Aguilar on back-to-back nights here. Last night, 1 2/3, 3 runs, 5 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. Now the batter, Christian Vitters, he is 2 for 3 today. Lefty-lefty. First pitch. In there for a strike. Aguilar, a diminutive left-hander. 23 years old. 5'8", 165 from El Paso, Texas. Which, by the way, I really enjoyed last year. The 0-1 Breaking ball and swung on and fouled to the plate. 0-2. Big area, that El Paso, Juarez, Mexico area. One of the highlights was going to UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso, and seeing the football stadium built into the mountain. 0-2. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle. Nobody's going to get there. And it gets through into center field, making the turn, but holding up at second is Craig Maddox. And Bitters has his third hit of the day. And Gary has 12 hits on the afternoon. And here's Brian Kolb, who's 0 for 3. And Kolb will stand in for the right-hand side. Gary scoring twice in this 8th, leading 5-3, out hitting the Winnipeg Goldeyes 12-6. Kolb is hitless today, 1 for 7 in the series. First pitch is in and off the glove of Guida. Back to the screen it goes. That'll be a pass ball. Second pass ball of the inning. And both runners advance, now into scoring position. Second and third. Ball 1 to Kolb. For Aguilar, he makes his 9th appearance, no record of 3.18 ERA. 1-0 is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. 11 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opposition batting .326 against him. The 2-0 to Kolb is on the outside edge for a strike. Good change of pace there. Infield pulled in again. Maddox at third, Bitters at second. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is a fastball wide, 3-1. Drew Martinez stands on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball out toward third, fielded by Arthur. He'll throw across to first. And there'll be 2 away, holding the runners at second and third. Now the infield can back up. And Drew Martinez, the batter.
The center fielder, number 5, Drew Martinez.
And Martinez 1 for 3 here today. And Martinez has bounced out, flown out, had an RBI single, and then was caught stealing by Guida. And it's ball 1 as that pitch was in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Martinez batting .309 with 24 driven in. Does not have a home run. One ball, no strikes. The pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. It's 1-1. Well, looking ahead to the 8th inning for the Goldeyes, Guida, Coles, and Ramon. One ball, 1 strike. From the stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, popped up, shallow left center, and right there is Mazzola, the shortstop, to make the catch. Well, the damage limited to 2 runs on 4 hits for the Gary SouthShore RailCats, and they leave a pair in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of 8. Gary 5, Winnipeg 3 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Yesterday, Alex posted 18 photos on Instagram. Today, he's working in a department store camera section. He's never really taken a good photo, but he has taken lots of his food.
Sweet Club sandwich.
Why buy a camera from Alex when you can buy from Don's? At Don's Photo, you'll find a better camera at a better price. Plus, answers to all your camera questions. Minus this guy.
It got 37 likes.
Visit donsphoto.com or one of our 3 Winnipeg stores, and let's talk photography.
From the diamond to the driveway, from weekend warrior to world-class pro, local athletes are choosing Manitoba pork for peak performance. Loaded with lean, high-quality protein and essential vitamins and minerals, pork is a powerhouse of nutrition for serious athletes. For a real competitive edge, choose Manitoba pork, fueling today's athletes. Learn more about pork for peak performance at manitobapork.com.
Excuse me, it's my first day. Where's the copier?
It's not a copier, it's a Rico!
Okay.
Since Milne Office Systems tailored a Rico document management solution to our office, we've all been a little sensitive about our Rico.
The print quality's amazing.
The training from Milne was first class.
It's totally reliable, and we're saving money every month. So don't call it a copier.
It's a Rico!
Rico, the leading edge of business technology. Made easy by Milne Office Systems. Online at milneoffice.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning, we welcome you back. My name is Paul Edmonds. Gary leads it by a score of 5-3. For Winnipeg Goldeyes, Coles and Ramon. And they'll face a new pitcher in Kyle Lindquist. And a right-hander comes in to replace Alan Keano, who goes 7 strong innings here this afternoon. 6 hits, 3 runs that are all earned. Not a walk, 4 strikeouts. And he gives way to a right-hander in Lindquist. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. 4520909. And Kyle Lindquist will make his second appearance against the Goldeyes this year. He is from Columbus, Ohio. Was in Rockford last year, 5'10", 180. 23 years old. And he is a rookie. Jordan Guido 0 for 2. Goldeyes trailing by 2. First pitch. Swung on. That's hit high. Out to left field. But Adam Klein's going to have lots of room in the sun. And he'll make the catch for the first out. Top of the order in Mike Coles. Lindquist makes his 13th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 2.96 ERA. 24 and a third innings, 18 hits, 8 earned runs, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Opposition batting 200 right on the Mendoza line against Kyle Lindquist. I know Rick wasn't very happy with his team last weekend, and he specifically talked about Kyle Lindquist, saying, you know, they've got a rookie pitcher who came in and threw 3 innings against us and shut us down. I mean, that just shouldn't happen, and I would concur, but at the same time, easier said than done. First pitch is outside to Coles, ball 1. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Lindquist, 3 exact innings last weekend against the Goldeyes. Picked up a win. Gave up 1 hit, no runs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Coles, who's 1 for 3 today. The pitch. Swung on, lifted out toward right center field. Right there is Drew Martinez. He'll stride in toward the gap and make the catch for the second out. Now the batter, Amos Ramon. Well, all you need is a bloop and a blast here, right? And everything happens with 2 outs. And Amos today is 1 for 3. (5-3) Gary in front. They're out hitting Winnipeg 12-6, and the Goldeyes have made the only error. First pitch is high, ball 1. We do this again tomorrow night at 6:30 with the pregame show. First pitch at 7:05 on TSN 1290, and then the pitch is outside 2-0. And then on Tuesday, right across the network again for the finale. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on, line to left field. That'll drop for a base hit. And Avis Ramon has his second hit of the afternoon. And the Goldeyes have their 7th, a 2-out single. Speaking of the network, how do you folks on CJ 104.5 in Swan River, Manitoba? CJ 97.1 FM in Neepawa. And CJ 107.5 FM in Gimli. And Ray Sadler will step up and in for the right-hand side. A right-hander getting loose in the bullpen for Gary. And it's number 40, Ian Durham. Sadler struck out twice today and bounced out corner to corner. Goldeyes trailing 5-3, 2 out, 1 on. First pitch is a breaking ball that's in there for a strike. 0-1 to Ray Sadler. 2 for 7 with a home run in the series is Sadler. The 0-1 is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Took something off of that and tied him up inside. Sioux City beat Fargo 6-4 today. So even if the Goldeyes lose, they will not lose any ground on Fargo. They'll be remaining 4 back in the north, but they could move that to 3. 1-2. Swung on, hit down the third base line, but foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, if they come back to win, they could get within 3. If they don't, and this score or any part of it holds, well, the Goldeyes would stay 4 back of Fargo entering action tomorrow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, that's hit high, not very deep. Center field, Drew Martinez creeping in, and he will make the catch. And the Goldeyes are done in the bottom of 8. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We'll go to the 9th. Gary leads at 5-3 on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Buying or selling your home is one of the most important financial decisions you'll ever make. Realtors know the market, understand the strategy, and will negotiate in your best interests. Plus, Goldeyes fans, pick up a copy of the Real Estate News and search for Goldie for your chance to win great prizes with our In the Hood promotion. Remember, the Real Estate News is available in print, online, or mobile. Either way, it's in your hands.
WinnipegRealEstateNews.com.
Team's playing great.
Yeah, we're up by 2. Big deal. I've got a 7,000-point lead.
What?
You haven't heard? I've had a fantastic season at Husky Stations this year. It's free to join, and it's easy. All you have to do is swipe, earn, and redeem to get great My Husky rewards like free gas and car washes.
My Husky Rewards. Visit your local Husky to get a card and start earning today. For more information, visit myhuskyrewards.ca.
I've still got a 6,999-point lead on them.
Cheers to the NSA slow pitch team whose uniforms are not uniform at all. Cheers to the times where more prep goes into playing after the game than playing in it. Cheers to the team who carries the cooler to the bench first and then maybe goes back to the van for the bats, balls, and gloves. Cheers from the Bud family, Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Light Lime. Proud sponsors of your Winnipeg Goldeyes and every NSA slow pitch team in Winnipeg. Go get 'em.
You're listening to Goldeyes Baseball on TSN 1290. TSN1290.ca. Brought to you in part by South Beach Casino. Like it, love it.
Well, new pitcher for the Goldeyes is Kaohi Downing. After 2/3 of an inning of Gabe Aguilar. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. Gary leads it by a score of 5-3. Zach Mitchell, Danny Pulfer, and Adam Klein, 8-9-1 against Kaohe Downing. Pitching change for Johnson Waste Management, as always, 452-0909. (5-3) Gary in front. Mitchell 2 for 2 here today as Zach Mitchell leads it off. First pitch is inside, ball one. Mitchell, Pulfer, and Klein, 8-9-1. And Downing, the right-hander. And he'll come set, and the pitch. Swung on, bounced down the first base line, foul. We saw Kaohe last night as well. 1 2/3 innings, he was excellent. No runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. Now the Goldeyes looking for a clean inning here, and then a comeback. The pitch swung on, fouled away left side. And that's on a play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And for Downing, his 18th appearance, he's 0-4 with a 3.50 ERA. 18 innings, 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 9 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opposition batting .188 against him. From the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lined out to left, and Coles coming in, dives, and makes the catch. Mike Coles robs Zach Mitchell of a leadoff single or maybe more with a line drive diving catch in left field. 1 down. And here's Danny Pulfer.
The second base number 22, Danny Pulfer.
And Pulfer 1 for 3 here today. RBI single in the second. Hit into a double play in the 5th and flew out in the 7th. First pitch. Swung on, line to center field for a base hit. And Pulfer has his second hit of the day, and that's the 13th hit for the Gary SouthShore RailCats. And Adam Klein, the batter. And Klein 2 for 4 today. After this series is done, the Goldeyes are done with Gary for the year. Of course, barring a playoff matchup. Adam Klein, 2 doubles, a triple and a double today, 2 runs scored. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes to Adam Klein. The 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. As I mentioned, 5,535 here today. Not sure what tomorrow's drop is at this point, but they're expecting a good crowd here really good crowd on Tuesday night. 1-1, time called, and it's granted. No pitch as it came in. 1 out, 1 on. Line hitting .259. He's 2 for 8 in the series. Talked about it yesterday. He's only hit into 9 double plays in his career. 1-1 is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike, and that's around 2,500 at bats. One of the reasons for that is his speed. He's very difficult to double off. If he hits one on the ground in the middle of the infield. 2-1 is just outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1. Adam Klein. And he'll stride back in. From Los Angeles, California. 30 years old next month. 3-1. In there for a strike, and it's 3-2. Good fastball from Downing there. It's still morning back in Honolulu, Hawaii this morning, where Goey's parents are presumably tuning in. The pitch swung on and fell back to my left. We're at 4:11 Central. Three balls, two strikes. Decline. And this is the way when school was pretty simple decision. Pitch is high, ball 4. Wake up when school's out in the summer and, okay, what do I want to do today? Surf or baseball? Well, he issues a walk decline here and puts 2 on for Mike Massaro, who's 2 for 3 today with a walk. Goldeyes have only walked a pair today. And now Massaro steps in from the left side. And looks down to the third base coach. "5-3 Gary in front. 2 on, 1 out here in the 9th. First pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. Tomorrow, Pete Gailey versus Morgan Combs, a lefty for Winnipeg, 3-1 with a 380. A righty for Gary, 3-1 with a 498 for Combs. 0-1 is a breaking ball that's off the glove of Jordan Guida. Back to the screen it goes on the third pass ball of the afternoon, charged against the Goldeyes young catcher. And runners advance to second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the count, 1-1 to Massaro. Goldeyes are not going to bring the infield in. Even with the bag at first is Allen. Same with Arthur at third, but the middle infield is back. 1-1 is inside. Nice block there by Guida. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike to Mike Massaro. Danny Pulfer is over at third base. Adam Klein at second. 2 balls, 1 strike. And now they're going to walk Mike Massaro and put him on intentionally as they've fallen behind. Not a bad move here. And face Christian Guerrero with the bases loaded and hope for a double play. So 2 more wide here, and Downing will walk his second. First intentionally. And there is ball 4. And now Guerrero will step up. Christian Guerrero is 0 for 4 today. He is 0 for 8 in the series, and he has hit into 4 double plays. But I've also seen this guy hit them over the wall, or hit a gap, or bloop one. He is dangerous, is Guerrero. And he'll stand in from the right side. First pitch, breaking ball on the outside edge for a strike. Christian Guerrero spent 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011 with the Gary SouthShore RailCats. Was a Goldeye on paper last year, but ended up in Sioux Falls. 0-1. Swung on, popped up, right field. Sadler will come in on it a bit, and he will make the catch for the second out. They're going to tag the runner from third. Here comes the throw, the plate, and he is out. Pulfer is out. He said he got around the tag. He's going to argue the call with home plate umpire Sean Hicks. But the catch is made in right for the second out. And then an absolute seed thrown from right field by Sadler to Jordan Guida, who applies a tag on Pulfer trying to score on the tag up from third. And the inning ends at home plate, and no more damage done. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Gary leads at 5-3 for the Goldeyes. It'll be Harther, Mazzola, and Lentini. 2 to tie, 3 to win it in a walk-off. We'll see if the Goldeyes can do it a week after Gary did it to Winnipeg last Sunday in Northwest Indiana. When we come back, make sure you do on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Discover la francophonie in Manitoba.
L'Arbrecrie, Île-des-Chênes, Sainte-Rose-du-Lac, Notre-Dame-de-Lourdes, Saint-Pierre-Joli, Saint-Boniface, and way much more.
In our friendly province, we are fortunate. French is everywhere and has lots to offer. Open your mind, add a French twist to your life, and enjoy the richness of another beautiful culture right here in Manitoba.
Venez voir, vous serez surpris. Surpris. Venez voir.
You like to shop around and ask,
is that the best you can do?
So do we. When it comes to windows, Best Windows and Doors doesn't go with just a single manufacturer. We shop around. Only the best quality, efficiency, and warranty will do. And only a few have it all. And that's all you'll find at Best Windows. So go ahead, shop around and ask,
is that the best you can do?
No doubt you'll find your way to Best Windows and Doors, where the best is all we do. 1676 St. James.
If your business, big or small, has excess waste and recycling piling up, let BFI Canada make your trash our business. Our customized pickup schedules make it easy. With commercial and industrial collection services, BFI Canada can help any business get organized. Want to make your business feel like new? Then call up the Blue. Visit BFICanada.com to schedule your pickup date today. BFI Canada, a cleaner community, a greener environment.
We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. New pitcher is Ian Durham. In to try to close this one down. Goldeyes trail 5-3. For Kyle Lindquist, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management, 4520909. So here we go, 5-3 Gary, first pitch to Harther. Swung on, knocked out to right field, right at Massaro, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. And now we'll also see Josh Mazzola and Phelan Lentini. Third pitcher of the afternoon for Gary and Ian Durham, a right-hander. And Durham, 6'4", 200 from Ventura, California. He's a rookie. Closing games. First pitch to Mazzola is on the inside edge for a strike. Mazzola, a 2-run home run today. On the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball left side. That's going to bound its way through. Second hit of the day for Josh. 1-out single. And now Phelan Lentini, the batter. And Feo for 3 today. And Lentini up and in from the right side. Goldeyes with their 8th hit. Tying runners at the plate. First pitch is a fastball on the outside edge for a strike. Ian Durham was acquired by Gary from Florence in the Frontier League. The 0-1. Swung on, that's hit out to right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Mazzola around second, heading for third. And he'll be in there standing. Lentini will be satisfied with a single. And there's runners on the corners with one away for Ryan Skoma. Oh, and look at this. The wind is blowing out to right. Just like it was for Zach Mitchell last Sunday. And Ryan Skoma looking for his first home run of the year. Zach Mitchell hit his first 2 of the year last Sunday against Winnipeg. Skoma 1 for 3 today. And he represents the winning run as the Goldeyes have the tying run on. Ryan today is flown out, bounced out, and single. Durham comes set. First pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Ian Durham in his 3rd year as a pro. Was in the Philadelphia Phillies system for 1 year. From the stretch, the right-hander to his belt, the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Left side, and on top of the roof it goes. For Durham, he makes his 20th appearance. He's 1-0 with a .386 ERA. 3 saves, 23 and 1/3 innings, 25 hits, 10 earned runs, 6 walks, 23 strikeouts. He has given up a homer in the opposition batting .263 against him. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Skoma goes down swinging on an off-speed variety. Now the Goldeyes are down to their final out. And it's Luis Allen stepping up. He is 0 for 3 today. And Allen will step up and in for the right side.
The Goldeyes, first base, number 18, Luis Allen.
So the Goldeyes' last hope is with El Kabong. First pitch swung on, hit out to left field. Here comes Klein. He'll make the catch. And the ball game is over here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A fly out to left field, and the Goldeyes will strand 2. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left here in the bottom of 9. The final score, Gary 5, Winnipeg 3 totals, and the postgame are next after these on the Goldeyes Radio Network.
Like it? Love it! South Beach Casino and Resort is taking surf and turf to a whole new level. Start with surf on Thursday nights. Get ready for a taste of the sea with Manitoba's finest seafood feast buffet. Just $19.95. Grab a seat at Mango's restaurant and dig in. On to turf. Saturday night, it's all about the prime rib. Enjoy this mouth-watering buffet for just $19.95. Don't miss this surf and turf adventure at South Beach Casino and Resort. For details, visit southbeachcasino.ca.
It's furniture that has a story to tell. Discover the unrivaled character and craftsmanship only Manitoba Made can offer with Prairie Barnwood. Prairie Barnwood specializes in handcrafted furniture and decor made from dismantled barns from across the Canadian prairies. From mantels to countertops, furniture, even custom pieces, it's all made in Manitoba. See these one-of-a-kind works of art for yourself. Learn more about Manitoba Reclaimed Barnwood furniture today at prairiebarnwood.com.
Win a diamond at the Diamond. Presented by Free Jive Winnipeg and Bijou Jewelry. Pick up your special edition Free Jive paper at the Wednesday, July 31st Goldeyes game. Fill out the entry form and drop it in the ballot box for your chance to win a loose diamond worth more than $2,500. Free Jive Winnipeg. Online, on site, on the street. Delivered to hundreds of restaurants and thousands of inboxes every week. For advertising info, visit freejivewinnipeg.com. Brought to you by iTech LASIK, Boston Pizza, and Herzing College.
It's a quiet evening at the lake. You can hear the birds singing before bed. The gentle waves. It doesn't get any better than this. Unless
you add Archangel Fireworks to your night. Having a birthday? Amp it up with fireworks. Family reunion? Nothing says we missed you like a crackling peony exploding in the sky. Typical Wednesday? You guessed it. You need Archangel Fireworks. 104 Pembina Highway.
And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball out toward third. Picked up nicely by Arthur. Starts it at second for 1. Down to 1 for 2 in time. 5, 4, 3. Around the horn, double play. Now, the Goldeyes turned a few of those today, and obviously, you kind of look at this one and say, well, where did it go wrong? What could they have done to be better? Well, I guess they could have scored a few more runs. They could have got a few...
Community Zone, you can make even more memories. For group tickets, contact the Goldeyes at 982-BASE. These extra seats are only possible through generous donations from the Community Zone partners. So from the Winnipeg Goldeyes and Community Zone recipients, thank you. John Henry Creations, Investors Group, CarStar Automotive, and Manitoba Lotteries Corporation.
The Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation supports children's charities in Manitoba. I'm Tony Fletcher, Foundation President, urging you to get involved with the Fillmore Riley Case for Kids program by pledging a dollar amount per Goldeyes strikeout. Or show your support by picking up a Goldeyes license plate from your local auto pack dealer. The foundation receives $30 from each one sold. Thanks to you, the Field of Dreams Foundation has donated more than $1.6 million to children's charities since 1995.
In the world of PowerSmart, small changes add up. Did you know cooking with small kitchen appliances like a toaster oven or an electric frying pan uses less energy than your oven or stove? Even boiling water with an electric kettle will save energy. And next time you're shopping for a new appliance, look for Energy Star appliances, as they can use 30 to 50% less energy. For more energy-saving solutions from Manitoba Hydro, log on to manitobapowersmart.ca.
You're listening to the pregame show with Paul Edmonds on your home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, TSN 1290, TSN1290.ca.
Well, we welcome you to the Winnipeg Insurance pregame show right at the ballpark, brought to you by Winnipeg Insurance, proud sponsors of the Goldeyes, 889-2870, WinnipegInsuranceBrokers.com. It's game number 47 of the year for the Goldeyes, and it's game number 2 against the SouthShore RailCats in this 4-game series. It is also game number 6 of the 8-game homestand. Well, let's have a look at the records. Winnipeg comes in at 24-22 at a 3-game win streak, and last night when they lost 11-6.